Welcome back to 1010's podcast with Michael and Adam and Robbie. We have a lot to do in this show.
It'll be fine.
So I think we're going to get started right off the bat.
Well, we gotta
do the opener.
Talk aimlessly for 15 minutes.
No, we're going to do the opener presented by Factory Fabrication.
Whoa.
Just rolling
Very
right into it.
professional way.
Damn, son, look at this guy. He's starting off new year, new him, I guess.
God, if I had a
I'm
dog.
living my best life.
No.
Living my best life, Robbie.
Yes.
No, you're the same person as last year, just like everybody else.
This is your segment. Where you
Right,
start
yeah. So, as we do every year now, it seems, we're going to talk about the cars coming in 2019. First up, the mid-engine Corvette.
Doubt it.
Nah, I think we'll get
we'll
this one.
see it this year.
We'll get this one.
You'll see
right
it
at the end.
We'll see an actual one. I don't think you can buy
Yeah.
it. You won't be able to buy one this year.
No.
No, probably not.
They're going to have another delay.
Yeah, they'll
Have to
probably
redo the wiring again.
They'll probably unveil it, but you're probably right. We probably won't be able to buy it yet.
You might be able to make your first order
I'm sure you can put a pre-order in. Hell, you probably put a pre-order in now.
now. Yeah.
I mean, let's be real here. They'll take your money.
Someone will take your money.
Somebody will.
Yeah, who wants to pre-order a C8? Hit me up.
Everybody.
I'll take your money.
So we think maybe we'll get that one.
I think we'll see it.
Maybe at the end of the year.
we'll see it, but
What
not purchasing it.
What do we got next?
The Ford Bronco.
It's not going to look like that. I'll
No,
tell you that
no,
right
no,
now.
it's not going to be nearly as
That
cool as
same
they
stupid
think it's going
rendering
to be.
that we keep seeing over and over again.
But I still think that this is going to be all right. The silhouette pictures they've posted make it look promising.
Yeah, I think
So-
I think it'll be fun, but
I don't know, man. I hope that they do this better than Chevy did the Blazer,
yeah,
which we're going to talk about here too. But I want this to be a body on frame, like 4-wheel drive
off-road vehicle.
off-road vehicle. That's what it's supposed to be. It's not going to be, but that's what I want.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be exactly like the Blazer.
Probably a very suburbanized
Yes.
version of the vehicle that we wanted it to be.
Yep.
yeah.
That's what sells.
Yeah.
What's next?
Oh gosh, Robbie.
My bad. The Jeep Gladiator.
You think we'll see this one?
That one we know we're getting.
But do you think we'll get it this year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
Yeah.
2019. Yep. End of
Yeah,
the year,
you're probably
maybe.
right.
End of the
I
Your $60,000
2020.
Jeep.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see the pricing. I think it's hilarious that they put out a configurator but don't
No
have
price.
any pricing on it. So you can spec out to your heart's content. You have no idea how much money you just spent,
Maybe that's a great way to sell
which
it.
I think is the
might
point.
be.
You're committed to like, oh, this is exactly what I want.
Because now it's going to stew. You know, you're going to be sitting on it. You're going to be thinking about that gladiator of your dreams.
yeah, you'll have it in your head like,
And that's
well,
going to come out. It's going to be 15 grand more than you wanted, but you don't care because now you got to have it.
Yeah, I can muster 60, but then
Yeah.
then you expect it up to 75. Well, if I'm willing to spend 60, it's a little bit more money.
It's tens of dollars a month
It's fine.
over 80 months. Who cares?
Plus, it's better because it's more expensive.
Yeah.
So it'll last longer.
Yeah. Well, and you don't. What happens if your neighbor buys one? You got to make sure you buy the more expensive of the two.
Oh yeah.
You don't want that.
No, some guy down the street with a better truck than you. Oh man,
Get out of here.
might as well move.
Who the hell are you people?
I'm channeling
not even
my
the same
inner
people.
channeling my inner Michael Beck.
It's not even the same. Absolutely not.
What happens if somebody
I
down
don't-
the street gets a better Genesis than you?
I don't give a shit.
Liar.
The neighbor's
He wouldn't even know that someone down the street got a Genesis.
the neighbor has a Mercedes. I don't give a shit.
You kind of
He's on his second
you
one.
give a little shits.
Not really.
You're
Not really. I look at it and go, that looks like a maintenance nightmare. Congratulations.
What class is it?
It's an ML. It's the mid-size SUV.
Oh, that's why you don't care.
yeah. If it was like a C class or something,
No, I wouldn't give a
interesting,
shit about a C class. Who
or
cares?
something car related.
E-class?
You really
Yeah.
think I'm that ego-driven that I give a shit about?
No, if
my neighbor's
If
cars?
anything, I think you would just be like, oh, he's got a Mercedes.
It'll motivate you.
No,
to
I
get your
literally
own.
look at him and go, "Oh, what a moron! He bought a Mercedes. Like, it's not a good decision.
But you still want one.
I want an AMG Mercedes. Yeah, it's not a good
That's a
decision.
worse decision.
I know. It's justifiable though. I feel like
No, I
Yeah.
can't argue with
a
that.
regular Mercedes,
Especially if it has 4 doors.
is not super justifiable.
No, a 2-door AMG is what he wants, Adam.
I don't.
Nah, dude, he's into that super saloon thing.
Oh,
The thing that you
Sports
hate.
saloon.
yeah, I'm out.
Come on now.
That's okay. What's next on the list?
The Supra.
Doubt it. What's next?
Nah, wait, dude. It has to at this point. We'll see it in
they're
Detroit in a week.
Yeah, they're debuting it in Detroit, aren't they?
Allegedly. They probably said
Haven't
that
they
last
debuted
year.
it 6 times now?
No, they debuted the concept.
And the race car of all things, which I thought
it's
was
the same-
ridiculous.
No, that's dumb.
I can't believe they debuted the race car first.
Yeah, you got to get hype behind it because it doesn't have any.
Well, dude, yeah. I mean, the amount of media that they've driven off of this car, it's kind of brilliant.
No, it's kind of burned out.
But it's also kind of brilliant.
I think people are tired of it.
It was brilliant 2 years ago. And then
It could have gone on for a year. That would have been plenty. I think people are burned out on it.
I think Dodge, with what they did with like the
Demon.
I was going to say Red Eye, but no, that wasn't right. But what they did with that, where they kind of unveiled it piece by piece, and then it was like, all right, here's 6 months of hype.
There was like
and then it's here.
clues to it all, and when we finally found out all the specs, went back and found all the Easter eggs. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, that's way better.
That was way better.
And then you
But
actually
we talked shit about that then.
This
they actually
looks
got
like-
a car.
This looks like they can't finish the car
I want to know why. It's been so long, and it's
because they can't finish it.
because
It's not even their car. It's an
they've never-
off-the-shelf BMW.
They've never given a reason why it's been so delayed and so drawn out.
Did they give reasons why the LFA took so freaking long?
I
Does
don't
it cost
remember
$1
that-
They
billion?
kept redesigning shit.
I don't remember that. It's
probably the same thing on this.
I guess that car I didn't really pay attention.
Redesigning stuff all the time.
To. Yeah,
It's
Okay,
a
we'll,
Lexus. It's nicer.
we'll maybe see it.
Maybe.
I believe in you, Toyota.
The Porsche Taycan.
They're taking deposits on these, so I bet we will see this car.
Yeah, we'll talk about this car and my predictions for last year here coming up. But I think it's funny this is an all electric car, and the sports model is a turbo.
Oh, that hurts. Alex Roy has gone off on this almost every day since they announced it. It's really funny.
It is kind of funny. But
it's stupid. It's so
it is
stupid.
dumb, and I don't like it. But I kind of get why.
There better be like a stupid like button that says turbo that makes it more power. Like,
It does fit
like
with
like an arcade.
how they market the other cars
Yeah,
in the line.
exactly.
Though. So like a Panamera Turbo would
Yeah.
be the same trim level as a Taycan Turbo or however you pronounce this.
And then there'll be a GT coming out at some point as well. There'll be a GT3 version of this, and then a GT3 RS version of this. That's what they do.
with like a twin turbo engine.
No, they'll just be more powerful. They'll just put more batteries in it.
Nah, put a twin turbo in it.
No,
Be fun.
I mean you can put an LS in it probably.
Yeah. This looks way better than the Panamera.
I think that it looks better than the Tesla.
Yes, I'll give you that. It's not a bad looking car at all.
No, but it's also kind of
You know what?
it's also not very Porsche-y.
It's kind of Pontiac-y.
I don't think it looks very good at all.
Oh, you're wrong.
To be honest, I don't.
All right, here's.
It's kind of
I'm gonna get roasted for this opinion.
it's
I'm
kind
assuming
of bland at the same time. It's
I
pretty.
can't- I
It's
can't
pretty like
my computer's not gonna work with me. I want to zoom in on it, but basically, let's see if it'll let me do it. Here we go.
it's kind of a blob.
So
It looks like an Audi.
Oh,
you know what I see when I look at this?
An Audi.
A Grand Prix.
I see an Audi.
I do
look
see
at
a
the
lot of Grand
headlights.
Prix.
I see a Grand Prix from the
That's a
tail,
lot of Grand Prix.
from the quarter panel up to the rear view mirror. I see.
Yep.
You
I
see-
see
I'm with
Grand
you.
Prix.
100%.
Weird shit. in
I'm with you
things.
100%.
That looks like an A6.
That's 100%
A Grand
a
Prix.
Grand Prix. 120%.
98.
Yeah, like the
rounded one.
side windows, passenger windows together.
Oh,
as a
I see
unit.
the back door.
The back door and window are
and the
exactly the
windows.
same as a
I
Grand
see
Prix.
what you're getting at with that shape. I see it now. That triangular, rounded, cornered triangle
Yep.
shape.
Computer hates my.
But it also looks more like an Audi than a Porsche, doesn't it?
a little.
No.
You think it's more Porsche? I don't think it's enough Porsche.
It's definitely a modern.
Like when you look at a Boxer and a Cayman, they're different, but they're still Porsches.
Right.
And even the Panamera, it's different, but it's still a Porsche. That does not look like a Porsche to me.
This is still just a rendering, though, right? They're gonna probably dial it back from here.
I think they have an actual I think
All
that
the
picture
pictures-
that we're looking at is a rendering, but I think there are pictures of them in
Oh, really?
real life.
All the pictures I see are like not quite done.
Gotcha.
Not 100% done.
Or maybe this is the new front end of the new Porsches moving forward.
Yeah.
Which is not ideal. What's with the ugly side things of the bumpers? Like everybody thinks we have to have now.
The up down.
Yeah,
Slits.
slits next to the headlights.
I don't know.
Brake
Chevy's
ducts, maybe?
Chevy's doing it. It's ugly.
I don't get it either, man. They keep doing it.
All right. Well, if you need your turboed Taycan,
It's not turboed.
whatever.
What's next, Robbie?
Land Rover.
The Defender. Michael, are you excited about
that
this?
we know is coming.
Are you excited about this? Because I know that you kind of have a soft spot for the old Defenders.
No.
No?
I
You're
don't
not
think
into
I
this?
care. No, not really.
It's a 2-door SUV.
Yeah.
It's like a Bronco, but better.
This is probably the Bronco Blazer that I want.
Yeah.
Except I could never dream of affording it.
No, we need someone to like roll it off a cliff, and then we can buy it.
It might even survive it.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
You know? That's what it's built for.
Are you sure that one's 2-door?
This
So
one,
it's not just
this picture is.
that rendering? I don't know that the new one is.
Oh
They actually have them in camouflage. They've
I
been
think they're all 4-doors.
no,
I could be wrong. You can still get that other.
no, it's 2-door. It has to be 2-door.
It's hard to tell.
Don't ruin this for me.
It's hard to tell.
You can
let
camouflage.
Let me enjoy this.
That's part of the camouflage.
You can still get that other thing in 2-door.
Which one?
Evoque?
Yeah, you can still get the Evoque in 2-door.
I thought they killed it.
I'm on the Defender now.
Didn't they kill that?
Let's look here.
We talked
well, if they
about
killed
this.
that, they're not making this in 2-door. I'll
We
tell
killed
you that
about
right
the
now.
we talked about them killing the Evoque 2-door a year ago.
Let's see. Oh, I don't think so. Sorry, Robbie. I don't think you're getting this in 2-door either.
Because I didn't even know they made a 2-door Evoque.
Everything's a lie.
Yeah.
I see a picture of one right there. 2-door.
That's a weird looking rendering, though. I don't think we've actually seen.
Damn it, Road and Track. Give me renderings instead of real pictures.
I don't have real pictures.
But they're
That's
supposed to
the
be,
problem.
They're supposed to be here.
Well, we'll find out in 12 months.
I'd rather
won't we?
see the camouflage of the car that I'm actually getting.
Yeah,
than some
which
shit
they
that's
do.
made up.
There are pictures of that car in camouflage.
Yeah.
Because I was going to run with that as a news story until I found out that it was going to be on these lists and figured I didn't want to talk about it twice. So, it exists. But I think Michael's right. Those are all, they look like 4-doors. They look too long to be 2-doors.
The
Robbie's trying to find
Disco's
it now.
a longer vehicle anyway. That's
not a new
that's
one,
not
though.
a Disco.
Disco.
You're never going to find it.
Oh, the Discovery that it's built off of?
No, that's way bigger.
What do you
That's a 2-door right there.
show it?
We can't see anything, Robbie.
See, I told you, 2
Oh,
doors.
shit, he's right.
Maybe
That
it
is
is a 2-door.
Yeah.
You know what that means, though, right? You got to buy one.
I don't have any money.
We just talked about this, Robbie. How expensive can it be when you stretch it out 80 months? 0% down. 1.5% APR.
It's probably not that low anymore, but
It's really
if
funny.
you put $2,000 down on it at 4%
Extended warranty, how can I lose?
with an extended warranty, you could drive it for 6 years.
Yeah,
They're
no problem.
known for their reliability.
Get the warranty. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's only going to be.
What's his
Do
tow
we have a
rating?
dealer?
It's only going to. Oh, absolutely.
Do we have a dealer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's over. It's
absolutely.
over by the Jaguar.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. By the Mini and the Jag and the,
And the
Mercedes
Mercedes.
Benz. That's right. Is that a Willis campus?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if
I
it
think
still
so.
is.
All right. Well, then we'll make sure to bring Robbie down there to look at one in 2019.
There you go, Robbie.
What's next, Robbie?
Polestar 1. I don't know what that is.
That's the fancy fast Volvo.
Oh.
They're doing all kinds of weird stuff with this car, and I don't know what's going on.
You know,
with
if they would bring this to their car shows, I would know this exists.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. They are too busy putting up hipster bullshit art on
They're
it.
not a car brand. They're a collective.
Right.
I don't have an opinion on whether or not that will be available.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I've never seen one. It doesn't even have a badge on it. I bet the actual car does, but the render.
It won't say
rendering doesn't.
Volvo, though. It's a Polestar, not a Volvo.
It's like a Genesis.
Yeah, or like SRT, that sort of thing.
Oh, Volvo.
Right.
Tricky.
What's next?
Hold on. The Shelby GT 500.
Okay, I guess.
It's just
Are
going
we
to be
excited about
it's
it?
just going to be a supercharged
Mustang.
Mustang.
It's gonna be like all the other GT.
It's going to make 1 billion horsepower.
Yeah.
It has to make at least 708.
Why? What's 707? Oh, the Demon.
The Hellcat.
Well, they've already outdone that, though.
Have they?
The Demon, yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, but
the Red Eye or
that was a. I don't know that the Red Eye was actually a thing. I think that was just a show car.
I think I think
Could you buy one?
Yeah, you could order it.
I don't know, but the Demon was just like a limit. Oh, I suppose this will be a limited production run thing too. Won't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Well, then I guess they need to be.
They have to
over
make
well into the
841 horsepower is how much they'll have to make.
at least.
Think of all the crowd control.
It's a lot.
They're better now. They got IRS and stuff like that.
Oh, it'll be
Traction controls.
Yeah,
It's fine. They're safer
it's fine.
What else is coming in 2019?
or not.
The Mazda 3.
Okay.
I have no feelings on this either.
I'm sure it'll be a great car. I
For
just
somebody, yeah.
don't care.
Because they're not going to give me a Mazda Sport or a Mazda Speed, so whatever.
The Porsche 718 Cayman GT4.
The new Cayman GT.
The new Cayman GT4.
That'll be cool.
It'll be fast.
There
Oh,
was
yeah.
there was a car spotted, a Boxster spotted on the Nürburgring that was clearly not the 4-cylinder based on the sound it was making. So maybe we'll get a Boxster GT4 as well.
Probably.
Aren't the new Cayman and the new Boxster a lot more similar than the old Cayman and Boxster?
What?
The new Cayman and the new Boxster,
Okay.
are they a lot more similar in chassis design? Do you know?
I have
Don't
no
they
idea.
share an engine and stuff?
Well, yeah, but I have no idea.
Okay. I always wondered. I wonder if that's. And I mean, I'm sure I could figure this out if I even cared. But is the Boxster just a convertible Cayman?
No. I know that much.
I don't know if the new ones are.
I feel like I know that much, but I don't know if that's true.
I don't know. I don't know if on the new ones. I have no idea.
Have they made a convertible Cayman in the past?
No.
They've always been hardtops?
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't think in the past they weren't the same platform, were they? Do you know?
Why are you asking me all these weird
Because you're
questions?
the Porsche guy.
I'm not that entrenched in Porsche
Why not?
knowledge.
So is this
Not
a
Step
about
up your
not
game.
about
Is this a
non-911s. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. It's not a
right there.
911.
The 911.
No,
I
it's a
bought
78
him for Christmas.
It's 718.
It's
I don't
not
know
a-
shit about this.
It's not a 918. I know that.
What? I'm so confused. Numbers.
That's why I don't know.
Yeah, if it was a 911.
I don't know anything about it. If it was a 911, I could tell you. I don't have a clue.
That's fair.
What's next?
We have the 488 replacement.
What's it called?
Ferrari.
Oh, that's all that.
That's all they got.
I was kind of thinking about this earlier this week. Ferrari's been awfully quiet. Did they come out with anything new this year?
They're supposed to extend to like what 20 something models by 2020 or something, like including like crossovers and shit. So I think that it's the calm before the storm.
Well, I was kind of wondering how much the death of Sergio
Yeah,
messed with their plans.
probably a little.
If that
I
slowed
think they
them
were waiting
down
for
a
him to
little
die so they could do stuff. Personally.
bit. That might be.
Yeah,
But now that he's
all the
gone, they can
SUVs and
finally start
crossovers
doing
they've had,
Yeah,
they've been building
over
in the
my
back.
dead body. Are we building a hybrid Ferrari? Well, you're dead, so here it
Yeah,
comes.
here they all are. They've been building them in the
Yeah.
in the
The
secret
skunk
R&D
works.
area. Yep.
In the other warehouse.
Down by the Lamborghini factory where no one could see it.
Yep.
It's probably true.
The BMW Mate.
M8, Rob.
That is an unfortunate name.
It's a pretty.
Why, mate?
Hey, mate, it's a BMW.
What is it? It's just a
It's
Just
a,
a-
it's just a
just
re-
a fast four-door.
nah, it's just a rebadged Dodge
no.
Challenger.
It's an
Charger.
even number, so it's 2 doors, right?
Oh, it's 4 doors. But it doesn't have any
it's-
door handles.
Wait a second.
I thought
It's
that
gotta
the
be
even
2
numbers
doors.
were
No,
2 doors.
no, it's 4 doors.
It's
You can
got to be
see
2.
it.
If
But
it's
the
if it's
M3
4,
is-
it's over, man. Like I don't even want to talk about cars anymore.
It's
if
the
four
Mate with
doors.
4 doors.
Is it really 4 doors?
I don't know. Let me look up not a rendering.
There's not one.
BMW Mate.
No, do the 8 series. The 8 series BMW. Yeah, it's a 2-door car.
Okay.
No, it's a BMW Mate Grand Coupe concept.
Oh no.
That's what the picture is of. It's the Grand Coupe.
Of course it is, which means it's a 4-door that they call it
They
2-door.
make a 7 series and a 6 series Grand Coupe thing. Why do we need this as well?
Because this is an M class.
Yeah, but you can get an
M
M6
division.
grand coupe thing.
This is for when you have all your mates with you. You need to have back seats
Is
for
that
your
I
mates.
is that
this so much.
Is that
Why do we have
friends
to
or
take?
sister
Why do we have to
wives?
take every coupe and turn it into a 4-door and then call it a different car?
I don't know,
Like
man.
it's like that's a new thing.
they can do that? They just shouldn't call it a like. Then it should
A
be
mate?
it should be an M7.
No, you can't do that because you have a 7 Series.
Okay, then an M9.
Yeah, but now you're off your numbering thing.
Because isn't that what they did when when everybody was up in arms about the M3 being 4 doors now?
See, they don't care about
Only?
doors. They don't
The
care about
M4
doors anymore, man.
The M4 is the 2-door, right?
M4 is a 2-door.
And the
yeah.
M3 is the 4-door version thereof.
No, people were pissed because they made an M4, which they hadn't had before.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you get an M3 still? That's just a 4-door.
You can get an M3 only as a 4-door.
But you can get an M3.
Yes.
But if you want the 2-door, it's an M4.
Correct.
So So are the M5 and M6 just the same thing but 4 and 2-door?
No.
I'm so confused.
You can get the
God damn
M6
it.
Grand Coupe.
Oh, that's right. Because the
Coupe.
M6 you can get as a.
So you can get the 6 Series as a 4-door or a 2-door, but you can get the 5 Series as a 4-door.
But why
but
do they
not
even
a
make?
two-door.
Why do they even make a 5 Series if they make a 2 and a 4-door 6?
I don't know. I don't have the answers. Why is there, if they have a 7 Series, why is there an 8 Series Grand Coupe now? And why do they need an 8 Series Grand Coupe if there's a 6 Series Grand Coupe?
This one has a big engine, a huge one.
Probably
a big
the
V8.
M6 Grand Coupe
probably
thing
electric.
does
Let's
0
get
to
real
60
here.
in like 3 seconds.
Nah, it's the
How fast do you need to go?
all the fasts.
Not with 4 doors. You hate that.
I
Robbie.
know, I understand. But this one you can carry all your mates with you.
Why, mate?
Oi.
That's Australian. This is German.
Oi. Wait, that's Russian.
Or are these sister wife mates? Is it that kind of mate?
No, it's oi, mate.
Oh, okay.
So that might be coming, I guess. I don't know. It's unfortunate.
It should
Either
have-
way.
yeah, for carrying all your mates. The Porsche 911,
We know that's
which is a
coming.
992.
Yeah, we've seen that.
That's not a surprise.
That's a thing.
I don't know.
It'll be here. It doesn't look that much different. It's kind of a facelift, I think.
The Aston Martin Vantage manual.
Is it just the manual that we're getting now all of a sudden?
Yes.
So it's the same thing, just manual.
Yes.
I'm fine with that.
That's not bad.
I'm good with that.
Good
They'll
job.
sell 4 of them.
Well, there's only going to be 4 of them.
And then in 15 to 20 years, Matt Farrell will buy one and convert it to a manual.
With the T56.
Right.
I'll allow it. I
What's
like it.
next?
This website has too many ads. Mercedes AMG A35.
That
4-door.
That's
Looks
something
so rad.
also that we do not need.
It's so good, though. Look at it. It's fantastic. This little yellow, bright yellow hot hatch looks kind of
A35.
looks kind of
A35
ricery.
AMG.
So
Yeah,
good.
It's definitely a rear end of a Honda Civic.
Dude, I'm so into that. That thing is sick. I
It's
like
not. It's totally not necessary.
No,
I
you're
like
right,
AMG
they make
Mercedes.
the
and I think,
A45. They don't need to make that, too.
actually, they shouldn't even make the A45. They should just make this.
I don't know that I've ever. Oh, no, I have seen like one AMG A45 in the wild.
They cost $1 billion.
So much money.
It's got 100 more horsepower than this guy. Their 45 does.
Yeah. See, they're different. 100 more horse.
But nobody's buying the 45, so
Well,
they
you
should
don't
just
know-
make this one.
You don't know that they're not going to. They might kill it.
I hope they do.
They'll let it overlap for a little while, and they'll kill the 45.
Okay, I'll allow it.
And then I can go buy one on the used market.
I think that's the same as buying a used Audi, though.
Oh, it's
a trap.
It's at least as bad.
If you can't afford a new one, you can't afford a used one.
It might be worse because it's such a low production car because nobody bought it.
Yeah, with a 2-liter engine that makes 400 horsepower. That's a problem.
Ticking time bomb.
What's next?
The McLaren 720S Spider.
Wow.
McLaren makes too many cars. I have no idea.
They're all
what
the
this
same
is.
car, though.
Exactly.
that's the
McLaren
frustrating-
makes all of the same.
It's got the 570, the 650, the 720.
Do they still make the 570?
I don't know.
Or did that get replaced with something else now,
Couldn't
too?
tell you.
I don't either. It's hard to say. It also doesn't help that we don't cross shop in this
No,
realm.
When I walk into the McLaren dealer, I'm like, it's a McLaren. I'm excited about all of them.
Where's the F1? Let's be real here. I want to see
P1.
a P1 and an F1, and I kind of want to see a Senna because I want to know if it looks better in real life than it does in rendering or in
pictures.
pictures because
think
it
it
kind of
does.
looked bad.
It did look
I
bad
also
in pictures.
I also think that it would look a lot better if it didn't have those glass doors, which I know were an option.
Yeah, and I think it looks better if you have, based on the color scheme that you do.
I think that
like the
matters
darker
too.
color seems to help a lot.
Apparently, a number of those have been wrecked already.
Like 3 of them.
Yeah.
This
What's up
recently.
with yeah? And also that Salamandran guy has way too fucking much money.
Well, he's burning through a little bit of it.
He bought a Senna and then crashed it, started on fire or some crazy thing.
At least he's driving it.
That's true. Street driving his race car, but
Yeah,
whatever.
That's basically what. That's the problem. Is that
Yeah.
it's a street-driven race car.
Yeah.
I was going to read through all the cars they make, but it's like 12 cars
Ah.
that are all the same.
Seriously?
Yeah.
They make 12 cars?
It's something like that. I'm clicking through them right now.
Are they just different variations of like 3 cars?
Yeah, because it's
They're
like,
different variations of, basically.
it's like the
3 cars.
570 LT and the 570 GT and the 570S.
You got the feather tail, and then the
It's the 570 and the 540 and the.
well, it should be a 540. It should be a 360, a 540, a 720, a
720,
900,
That's what they
1080,
should have
1200,
done.
1440, 60.
Now there's
And
a
then
600.
They could make
Do you
a
know there's
180.
600?
yeah,
They can make a 180 that the rest of us could maybe aspire to own.
yeah,
Someday.
it'd be like Corvette money, or like
Yeah. And then they can make a 90 that's real cheap.
yeah,
It's just like a go kart or something,
yeah, basically,
or a moped.
Nah, like
It's a
an
moped.
A35 competitor.
but not a crappy hot hatch.
No, a hot hatch. Sure. Watch yourself.
Robbie gets it. What's next?
A Cavalier replacement.
That's all we got for the road and track, and then Adam had an honorable mention.
I just want to say that we're getting the Blazer, which I'm still kind of bummed about.
Is that just a reface?
Actually,
bourbon?
this is available.
No, it's more of an Equinox
Now,
size.
if you
Yeah, I've
want.
seen one in the wild already. I saw a suburban mom driving around in hers in West Des Moines with Carl Chevrolet plates on it.
So they have the Equinox still.
No, I don't think so. I think that's going away.
So it's
I
an
don't know.
Equinox with a different name plate on,
Probably, yeah.
with a big ugly.
Chevy can't make a mid-range SUV, so they
I don't-
just replace the name every.
I don't
10
hate
years.
the way this looks.
I think Lexus called one of their bumper back.
Yeah, that's fair. You're right.
He's not wrong.
I feel like I could shave my face with that. Looks like a giant Gillette razor for some reason
Yeah,
to me.
but yeah, it's not even in the Predator shape. What a letdown.
This is another one of those vehicles where I feel like maybe somebody at Chevy tried.
It's not that bad.
It's really not that bad. It does look like just kind of a normal
I am interested.
car
to-
that normal people would buy.
It's an Equinox, but
Yeah.
with like a few things different. It's
Like-
an Equinox with a body kit. And a
It's
facelift.
not. It's not the Blazer I wanted, but it's the Blazer that they'll actually sell. Because if they'd have made the Blazer I wanted, they would not have sold very many.
The good news is it's not even on their website yet.
It is available though.
I don't even
because
understand.
I've seen one.
I don't even
I've
understand.
seen one driving around with a paper plate on it,
So Trax is the low end one. The Equinox,
which
think
I
this
never
replaces.
see.
I've seen the tracks.
The Traverse, which is like a
Three-row.
three-quarter size Tahoe, and then Tahoe Suburban. Not on the website though.
I forgot they had that many.
Yeah,
They're just like, what are those Russian stack dolls where like one
Nesting dolls.
Yeah,
Russian
yeah.
nesting
That's
dolls.
what they have for their SUVs.
It's
if
got
we were
a
really crafty, that would be a great T-shirt.
I'm not that crafty.
No,
Plus-
we're not.
Plus, that'd be the one that would sell, and then we get sued.
probably.
That's fair.
Well, I suppose
That's fair.
we could put our cease and desist letter on the wall.
I'm kind of excited for this to be an SS though,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
or if they make like an Extreme or an SS package of it, I think it'll be cool.
That'd be fun.
Then they should make a Lightning Blazer.
Did you know
you are
Or
reaching?
sorry, Bronco.
Yeah,
Bronco.
Yeah, you are reaching for the stars here
I
with
know.
these.
Well, you know,
I like
a man can dream,
I
right?
like where your head's at.
you can get a 1.5 liter turbo Equinox, Robbie?
That'd be a great one.
That sounds.
Does that even move?
That sounds literally the worst.
I bet that's a great engine.
I assume that's what's in the Cruise,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but the Cruise
so
is
it's in
a
a
way
Cruise.
smaller vehicle.
what's it got? Like 100 horsepower? 135.
You know, I don't have any idea.
Bob's little Cruise. He has a Cruise RS.
Yeah.
it's It's a manual 6-speed. It's kind of peppy. It's not.
It doesn't weigh anything.
It's
you put it
kinda
in a
fun.
Blazer.
Yeah.
No, that's not. That may be available in the engine in the Blazer, but this is just. I'm looking at the Equinox still.
Well, either way, the Equinox weighs a boatload of weight.
I'm sure it's way more than the Cruise.
Like double.
I don't know about double, but maybe half again.
You can only
50%.
tow 3,500 pounds with the Equinox.
I'm
so.
surprised you can tow that much with the. I'll bet you can't do that with the 1.5 liter.
No, that's with the 2 liter. I'm sure that the 1.5 has a no
They have a
tow
2
rating.
and a 1.5.
Yes, those are your options.
So there's no 6-cylinder Equinox option.
I don't think so.
They don't
no.
put an LFX in a.
It does not appear that they do. No.
I wonder if they'll put that in the Blazer. That'd be kind of cool.
What are you looking up there, Robbie?
He's trying to find the weights of a Cruise and
The
an
Cruise,
Equinox.
the heaviest Cruise is 32.29, and the heaviest Equinox is 36.20 or 82. So it's really not that
Not that big a difference. I
few
guess.
hundred pounds, I guess.
36 though.
3,600 pounds, almost 3,700 pounds.
That's a lot of weight.
And then the Cruise is
Yeah, but the
30
Cruise is 32.
32.
So
That's also a lot.
Right, so the
be honest.
lightest one is 2870.
The heaviest one might be the diesel.
Yeah, probably.
thought, yeah,
the-
like a full spec diesel.
All right, so we'll go 2870 and then or 3682 for the Equinox.
See, that's 1,000 pounds. That's significant.
That is, yes.
So, boom.
Is that it for
Cars
what may show up
Cars
next
in
year?
2019.
Cars
We'll
that may
see.
show up?
or probably won't. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, whatever.
Cars that may or may not show up in 2019 is brought to you by Factor Fabrication, factorfabrication.com.
For all your fabrication needs.
For all your
like,
fabrication needs,
watch
residential and
boxes.
commercials, watch boxes, railings, mostly railings.
Skateboards,
Skate
rails.
rails.
Skate rails. All that stuff is available through factorfabrication.com. Shoot him an email or
Tables,
send him
chairs,
an Instagram message. There is
ladders.
a store. We don't talk about his store very often. He does have a store.
He has a store
Oh, does he?
on his website.
I didn't realize that there was actually like. I mean, I knew you could.
You could buy some stuff if you want.
Is that made to order then?
Right
you
here.
think, or do you think he has like a warehouse somewhere of just stuff?
Table legs, tabletops, chairs, tables, statements.
Statements. What's a
Like
statement?
statement pieces.
Yep.
Oh, okay. These are all the pages that Robbie goes to and continually amazes us week after week.
Yep. Octagon coffee table.
It's a very deep website.
There you go.
So, before we go to our predictions for last year and this year,
What do you
a
got there?
package arrived
Oh, fuck.
for Adam.
Yes.
God damn it.
It came from
Oh,
Petro
no,
Box.
it didn't.
So John sent this.
John, I already have things to say to you.
John, you're awesome.
Have you opened this already? I take it you have.
Fuck yeah,
'cause
I
it's
opened
been
it.
Cut.
we may or may have talked about this already.
God,
Here's
dude.
some swag stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Robbie loves
Ooh, I'm taking
first
that. I'm
Porsche
taking that.
ornament. First of
Yeah,
all.
I'm taking that.
A Porsche ornament?
Yes,
Nice.
which I really wanted one, and I was going to call John and ask him if he had any extras, and
Well, there you go.
because it's a Porsche with a Christmas tree on top of it. It's awesome.
Perfect.
But
Oh, no.
John had heard that you're kind of a one sock man. You only got one type of sock that you're really into, right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
And I think maybe at some point somebody said, it might have been more on the group, but somebody said, and it may have been me, that all of those, there's all these car sock manufacturers now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this? Look at all these options for car
Yeah.
socks that you have now.
Oh, my God. Holy shit.
I think I've got about 5 or 6 here,
That's-
maybe more.
Six in your hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs here. But we've got all this great stuff. We've got
I see there's BMW there clearly. I see that.
FW16, which I'm not really sure what that is.
That's-
A racing person could tell me.
I think that's some sort of
Quattro.
that's an old Formula One. Oh, that's
Quattro socks.
See, I mean, if I was into socks, these would be super rad. socks.
GTI socks.
Oh, Jesus
I want those.
Christ! You want these?
Yeah. Take
You know that's a Volkswagen.
Yeah, but they're
thing,
plaid.
right? That's
Take
a
'em. Give 'em-
Volkswagen.
They're
You-
plaid.
You can get that in the chair or in the seat.
I know. Give me. I want that one.
RSR. It's a Porsche.
Yeah, that one's
you
yours.
can have that one.
Cobra.
Oh, I kind of have to have that one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Shelby.
And then
Those we could give those to Booney.
these are the BMW. We could give those to Booney if he wants them.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'll rock these.
But there you go. Now you have some socks.
heel tread. Jesus.
I've been notified by some other people that there may be some more silly clothes coming. May or may not. I
This
cannot
is your best
guarantee.
Christmas ever.
I cannot guarantee, but let me see the GTI ones
Oh,
again.
these
Those
are
are
nice.
nice. They do look like the
They didn't
seats.
make like LS ones with like big V8s on it or nothing.
I don't know what.
Well,
you-
this is just what he had. He said he had
really,
these in
really
stock.
terrible plasticky feeling socks. Is that what you wanted?
Okay, so my question to you is: are you ever going to wear any of those socks?
No,
Okay, hand
What?
them back to me then.
they're all yours.
What a jerk!
Why would I?
Who
It's
would
a nice gift.
That is a nice gift.
And I
thing-
appreciate the thought. but
So
I'm not
the
gonna
one
wear
thing
them.
we have to decide though is he didn't have a GTI. Do you want those?
Maybe
You can't take all the plaid ones though. You have to decide.
you're a party pooper.
Here's the thing though: he has to wear something with his tie, and so I'm gonna let you decide because this is as far down as I got. The Porsche and the E30.
That one.
Okay, so you do have to take those, and you have to wear them with your golf tie, because that's the closest match that we can get.
I'll buy you golf socks.
Congratulations. Okay, or he's just gonna buy you golf socks.
I didn't realize that the golf tie was that we were still trying to make that.
We're accessorizing to the
Ensemble
golf
work.
tie. Sure,
Yeah, we're committed to this.
why
now.
not?
Jesus Christ.
This is great.
My mother offered to more permanently sew it on if it needed to be.
It's all the way around.
I know, but she said that, like you had said something about how I need to be careful because you weren't real trustworthy of your.
I was being very hard on myself.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised he didn't iron it on.
I don't want to ruin the tie.
Well, I know, but
You stuck holes through.
Well, I didn't want to like melt it, like get it wrong and melt it.
Okay.
I don't
You
trust
could-
my.
you
I trust
could
my
melt the
sewing
tie.
much better than I trust my iron.
you could have
That's
melted
fair.
the tie. That's totally
It's silk.
possible.
It's a silk tie.
I know.
I don't want to ruin it.
No, I know. I get that. I understand. I
It'd
understand.
be
what
my
you're
luck.
saying.
I would just melt the whole thing.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then I'd ruin the table that I was, or the whatever the heck I was ironing
Ironing
on.
board or whatever. No, I'm with you. 100%.
Do you own an ironing board?
One of those little tabletop ones.
That's all you really need.
Yeah.
Get you by
Yeah.
through college and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's more than I got, so
I don't iron a lot.
I don't iron ever.
Yeah, it's been a
I don't
while.
know an iron.
Nobody in your house owns an iron.
No.
Not even Katie.
Katie, I don't. It's not as far as I know.
You need to iron
For what, Robbie?
your fresh press slacks.
I don't wear slacks. You and I do not live in the same world, Robbie.
Well, he dresses way better than I do.
Yeah.
We're gonna change them.
I know.
I can't wear those things. I work for a living.
We all work for livings.
Not like I do.
I do sometimes.
I was digging through mud all afternoon.
Well, that's because that's
Robbie.
what you do for work.
You gotta
doesn't
do
mean-
stuff after work.
I go home and
When
I
you get home,
sit.
you don't put on a smoking jacket and sit in a wingback
No, I don't.
and drink bourbon and smoke a cigar
You're right. I
more
don't.
with loafers.
Yeah, it's not bourbon. It's
Are you
brandy, whatever.
questioning or are you stating?
I'm asking a question.
Oh no, these are things I definitely don't do. I chase my 3-year-old around the house, try to get him to take a bath, and by then it's time for bed.
Are you more of a pipe man or a long cigarette with the plastics?
I suppose pipe.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's a little more distinguished.
pipe.
Like almost like
I
Hugh
love the
Hefner.
smell of pipe tobacco.
Yeah, people pay money to have their cars smell, their houses smell like that.
You got to be kidding me.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I don't hate the smell.
I think
of
I
a
just started
cigar.
a business. Actually, I'm just gonna walk around people's houses smoking pipe tobacco all day.
Yeah, pipe tobacco, and I'll bring
I don't
some
hate
leather,
the smell of a
leather
cigar.
books.
I actually like the smell of pipe tobacco and cigars. I think it smells.
I
great.
assume pipe tobacco and cigar smells are very similar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say it's about the same.
Okay.
It's very.
I don't-
It's kind of sweet.
I don't know that I've ever smelled someone smoking out of a pipe in that way.
You could do like a corncob pipe.
Go hang out with Randy more. He smokes a pipe all the time.
All the time.
I'm just
It
not
smells so
friends with
good.
these BMW people.
smells so
they don't
good.
like me. I'm not invited to their things.
You are. You can be there with us.
I'm not welcome.
Not with that attitude, no.
It's fine.
I can give you these BMW socks. Do you think that'll help?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No, I don't think it'll help at all.
It's worth a shot.
Maybe that'll make me faster on track against the BMWs.
If you absorb their power.
Yeah,
I
if I take their power and
Apparently, you have to be
it's mine.
black. The car, your car,
Careful, sir.
your car has to
I
be
do
black.
not have to
your
be.
car has to be black because they were all
They're all
black
black.
BMWs
They're all- yeah.
and they were all fast.
It was really funny at Time Attack. They're like, no, the black ones, the black cars every time. Because yeah, it was all of them. All of them had black BMWs.
Shall we move on to some predictions? We're
Yeah.
gonna review predictions from the beginning of 2018, I suppose, and we're gonna
From
set
last
some
year.
new predictions for 2019. And it's just
I feel
that simple.
much better about mine.
I-
Do you?
I
Yeah.
had I struggled for 2019. I don't have a whole lot.
Struggled
I
as
got
well.
a few. I struggled at first. and then
Robbie can pull this all together then.
I think because I dropped the ball last year.
Robbie didn't do so good last year.
You want to start with me?
Sure.
Yeah, let's start with you.
All right. Do you have it off the top?
I do. The first one I have here, and I just have a descriptor. I did not listen to this episode again.
Yeah, I just wrote down cliff notes.
I remembered
So
most of them.
Adam may need to refresh some of
That's
these.
fine.
But death
I
of
just listened to it.
death
so.
of Tesla.
They came close.
Both of you guys kind of
Financially.
claimed that Tesla was done this year.
It looked pretty dark for
So,
a while
yeah,
from a
I think-
financial standpoint.
I'm not convinced that they're.
No, so there's
I mean,
enough.
I feel like you could probably roll that right into 2019, and you could probably have an equivalent chance of being right.
yeah.
Are you keeping that one?
No, because I think
Okay.
enough people
I've bought in.
are bought into it that no matter what, they'll be bailed out.
I think it's been proven at this point.
Yeah, they could hemorrhage money like crazy and still somehow be okay.
That's what they've been doing
Yeah, they've built a business model behind that somehow.
to some extent.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I thought I might have been right for a while there this year, but no, they'll be fine. So way wrong on that.
Yeah, they tried. They gave it their all to make Robbie right, and still bounced back. So
Even smoked weed publicly.
Nobody cares about that.
that loser.
The only people that
Joe
cared about
Rogan.
that
We're the people that were looking for a reason to care.
CNN and MSNBC and literally nobody else. Nobody else gave a shit.
Yeah, because even
Well,
Just cable
negatively.
news networks. That's
Negatively.
right.
I think a bunch of people are like, hell yeah, that was awesome. I think he moved up in a lot of people's
To some people, yeah.
minds. So
yeah, it was making a mountain out of a molehill for sure.
yeah.
Next one is death of Mitsubishi.
Didn't they?
I mean, it's rough, man.
I'm
You
on their
can still-
website.
They make two
you can
cars.
still buy a Mitsubishi.
No,
three cars,
No, I think they
technically.
make more than that now.
They
What?
make the Outlander, the Mirage, and the Eclipse crossover.
Yep. So that you can get a Outlander electric, an Eclipse,
That's the same thing.
an Eclipse crossover, a regular Outlander, an Outlander Sport, a Mirage, LE, whatever that is, another Outlander Sport. I think they're just
Yeah, there's like 10 different Outlanders on their website.
Outlander.
That's all the
another
same.
Outlander.
That's only 3.
Eclipse Cross. Nope, that was
There's
above
only,
as well.
There's only 3.
The Mirage, we said the Mirage already, and the Mirage G4.
So they sell a brand new car for $11,000.
So somehow they've got 1, 2, 3, 4,
A friend
5,
of Katie's
6,
owns
7,
one,
8,
and we have an open
9, 10.
invite to
the thrash on it.
do a car review of it anytime we would like.
Somehow they have 10 cars on their list of cars.
Yeah.
And it's 3 cars.
But there's 3 of them.
Yeah. I actually was thinking, I was like, man, did I hear anything about it? But then they had those stupid commercials where the guy was rapping in his new Eclipse crossover. But that was it. That's
Yeah.
all they did this year.
Yep.
There's no Lancer. There's
Nope.
nothing exciting. Their concepts are all crossovers, and they're all
And
shitty.
I think like, even though I don't know why, but I think enough people are mad about this Goshen or whatever his last name was.
Oh, the Nissan Ghost guy.
Yeah, that people are I think they're gonna struggle as a group. The Renault, Nissan, Mitsubishi group.
Yeah.
Because people are mad about it.
But their sales didn't change. I mean, they're not good. I mean, as a company, they sold 100,000 vehicles in the United States.
That's a lot of cars for them. That's really surprising, actually.
we have a
I was-
Mitsubishi dealer though.
It's in Peoria.
We have one here.
Oh, I'm not dealer. I'm talking about factory.
Oh yeah, that's right. We drove by it on our way to
Yeah,
Indy.
It's big. It's big.
Yeah. But there was also a lot of empty parking lot because I remember looking it up on Google to see what it was, and the parking lot in the Google picture was packed full of cars, and it wasn't that way when we drove by.
Right.
So
I wouldn't buy stock in Mitsubishi, is what I'm saying. But they'll probably not die.
buy high, sell low. I think that's how you play the stock market, right?
Sure.
Drifting will be more popular.
I'll claim that.
I think he's right
That's
on that
fair.
one.
That
I think
one's
he's
good.
done well.
It's gotten a little more mainstream.
Yeah.
Not to say that it wasn't popular before. I just think that it's more popular to more people.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to keep track of your new ones as you go, just to make this process a little bit easier.
We're just going to go one person at a time?
Yeah.
Let's go through our old ones.
Do you want to go through the... Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you want me to do mine since I'm
Yeah, that's
sitting
fine.
here? So I had values of 90s Blazers, 91
So
Explorers.
that technically was 2 years ago's claim,
Okay.
but then you forgot to 2 years ago in 2017, we didn't bother to keep track of what it was, and so in 2018, those were the prices. So we're just going to see if they maybe continue to rise.
They're exactly the same.
So no.
And then also, VR6 Mark IV GTI is exactly the same.
All right. Well, I
So
still
you're not
think that-
losing money, I guess, if you own one.
Yeah, I still think that car has a future in the collector market.
I agree.
The VR6.
Robbie doesn't, but I agree.
Robbie doesn't like Volkswagens though, so
That's not true. I like the Jetta from that same year.
He's got some socks.
I got some socks.
Why do you like the Jetta? It's the same car.
because he had a Jetta.
That's nice.
They had a
It's not
TDI. His parents had a
It's the same
TDI, so
fucking car.
that's
Nah,
okay.
No, it has a trunk. It doesn't have a
But I had an
hatchback
Audi,
makes way more
and I
sense.
like Golfs, so he can't.
also true.
The
That's how
hatchback
Robbie operates.
Makes way more sense.
No. The trunk makes way more sense.
It absolutely does
got
not. You
four
are
doors.
not going to do this to me.
In no world does a
Mr.
trunk
RAV4,
make more sense.
Mr. RAV4, you are not going to do this to me.
A
I will not
RAV4
accept
is
it.
just a lifted hatchback,
No.
It's literally what it is.
which
Which is different.
in a way is less practical.
The Jetta is better than the
It's
GTI.
not.
It is.
No one will agree with you
That's
on that,
fine.
too. Not a single person.
I would much rather have the Jetta.
A Golf diesel four-door is way, 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 way more practical than the Jetta.
Chaz's
Times 1,000.
Golf wagon diesel, the most practical car ever. made.
Yeah.
Until they took it back.
Yeah.
The soccer mom license plate was so good though.
Hella Gap being a thing.
We
still pushing it.
We did
It's-
see some. I have seen
It's
some.
available. If you type it, I think you have to type in extreme positive camera, but it is on Google. And somebody did share a picture on.
Do you still have those
group.
cutouts down there
Oh, yeah.
that Joe made like a year ago now?
Sorry, Joe. Those are cool.
Is
The
the Hella Gap
unfortunate
one
thing
there?
is you can't see them on the camera. But
Yeah, we might have
I
to
can
take
hold it up.
pictures of these and post them places.
Hella Gap. Here's a Hella Gap Miata.
He made these with a wood carving or
A burner.
a laser cutter.
Ooh, here's
sort of
another good one, Robbie.
Hella parallel.
parallelogram.
A parallelogram.
We need to put the Hella Bro up because that one's pretty elaborate.
ridiculous. That Joe needs that one. Joe Harkness needs
With his
that one.
Miata?
With his lifted Miata.
So
Friend of the show, Joe Harkness. Just too many Joes.
it's a couple more.
But we should post some pictures of
Yeah,
those 'cause
definitely.
I feel bad about never having said anything about those. Sorry,
No, we
Joe.
look at it and talk about them like every week. We just
Yeah.
never do anything with it.
So I'm taking that one.
Yeah,
Some people have done it.
I've seen it.
it's just going to continue to grow in popularity.
Granted, the picture I found on Google is clearly a broken vehicle.
It's a BMW, though. I mean,
It's hard to say if it's broken or if that's what he was
all
going
the all
for.
the other wheels are normal. I think he's at a track day.
Ooh, yikes.
It's broken.
This
fine.
next one just says Model 3, and I'm not sure what that was.
so the bubble was going to burst on the Model 3 specifically, because you had stated that the Model 3 they were supposed to make like
5,000
5,000
Week
a
or
month
something.
or a week or something like
day
that,
or
and they'd only made 1,500 in 2018, and we were talking about people who had pre-orders and stuff like that. You said, I was going to ask you this. You said, I don't know who, and you don't need to name them. That's fine. But you said you knew somebody who had a pre-order.
Yes.
Did they ever get it? Are they going to get it? Did they cancel? Do you have any idea where that's
He still
at?
has it, and I think he's still at least a year out.
Ooh,
God, I'd be so pissed.
He bought a different car,
I believe
but he
that.
kept the pre-order because he can still get his money back at any time.
Yeah,
But he just left his name on the list.
yeah, and if you wanted to, you could always buy it, turn around, and sell it.
That's insane.
So they're not making 5,000 a week yet.
Where they at? I think they did it once.
4,700
I see them
in the
a
fourth
lot
quarter.
in all
Yeah, you
like
see 'em.
in the relative of things. You see a lot of Teslas at least.
And the tax credit got cut in half, so they
think
dropped
it's
the price
dead
a little
now.
bit.
Yeah, not yet.
It's going
No,
down.
2019 it'll be-
2019, it's half. It's $3,700.
And by 2020, it'll be gone.
So that's it
remember-
after that.
I think so.
So, but okay, so the base model cost for this car is $44,000, and now I think it's going to be 42.
They said that they lose money on those.
Originally they were supposed to be 30, weren't they?
35.
35,000.
35. So they're 10 grand off.
I think he was factoring in his tax cut. So if he's still a little above that though.
Yeah.
You can't factor that in.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really.
That's not how that works.
It's not really. It doesn't really work that way.
Not at all how that works.
So I don't know. They didn't do what they said they were going to do, and the car was more expensive, and there's still people that don't have cars yet. So,
But people are still waiting.
I don't know if I was right, but
you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong either.
I feel like if it was anybody else, people would have given up.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if it was GM, people would be a lot more upset about it than they are. Or
Yeah,
Ford
definitely.
or
They'd be
anybody,
throwing a bigger fit.
Yeah, they'd be more upset about it. So
This next one was Z28, which I think was the LT5 was going in.
you were
the
talking
Z28.
about the LT5 and the Z28.
That didn't happen this year.
Did they even put out a Z28?
No, it's still the old one.
Okay,
Nice.
So that might be forthcoming. I guess they did redesign the car, so it wouldn't make sense for them to have
a new Z28.
a new Z28.
So it's still up in the air. Could still.
I'll
happen.
roll it forward to the next year. I'll put it on my.
Look at that.
I'll put it on my next year one.
Boom. I think that we'll still see one. We know that that twin cam engine exists in something, in some form or another. It would be dumb of them to go through the R&D and not do something with it.
Unless
It's going. I think it's going in the C8.
Yeah. They were talking. I've seen something about how they're planning on having like 5, 6, and 800 horsepower versions, and then eventually down the road you're going to be able to buy 1,000 horsepower version.
Yes.
Why do you need a 1,000 horsepower Corvette?
From the
From
factory.
the factory.
Like, okay, fine, build your 1,000 horsepower Corvette, fine, whatever. But a factory 1,000 horsepower car is not a thing we need in this world.
We don't even need an 800 horsepower mid-engine Corvette.
We don't
Most
need-
of the people that tested the ZR1 were like, "This car is way too fucking fast.
It's stupid.
It's way too
We'll
fast.
make it faster.
Let's make it." What is the 0 to 60 time on a ZR1?
Like 3.2?
It's probably not that.
Is that way off?
Yeah, 2.85.
Fuck me.
You're in a different dimension.
For a rear-wheel drive.
I wanted to say 2.9, but I was like, no, there's no way.
A
I
rear-wheel
think the
drive
Z.
car.
I think the
'Cause-
Z28's or the Z06 is 3.
Like
right at
3.2 or something like that. But like a GTR can do that with between 5 and 6, but it's all-wheel drive.
Basically 3 is what they're saying on the Z06.
Yeah.
That's fast, man.
So
it's not
fast.
necessary.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
And then I predicted a hot hatch Alpha, and I don't know what Alfa Romeo is doing anymore.
They're still a company?
They're kind of making Giulias. I've seen a couple of them.
They're
here
making
and
some
there.
Giulia. Yeah, I guess a better prediction would have been. Well, I think I knew about the Stelvio, so that wouldn't have been. Who knows? Maybe a hot hatch Alpha is still coming, but
I think it would be super rad.
even if it was a little premium, a little bit more expensive,
It could be an A45 competitor.
it could be. Well, maybe not a 45, but a 35.
35, maybe.
So
The 35 is fine. The 45 is stupid.
and awesome because it's.
But it's like $70,000.
yeah, it's way too
It's
much
like an
money.
insane amount of money.
Yeah, it's too much money for sure. Nobody should ever pay that kind of money for a hot hatch. And
then
I love
I
hot
won't.
hatches.
I won't disagree with that at all.
And I love hot hatches.
And then we talked about the Mark IV GTI. So
Yeah.
I got 1.5. Robbie got
What?
he got 1. You got 1.5. I'll give you 1.5.
You're gonna give him half for
Mitsubishi. Yeah,
I was gonna.
They didn't grow.
I was gonna give him a quarter.
I'll take a quarter.
I think we're tied.
Okay,
I'm definitely not winning, is
Well,
what we're saying.
that's fair.
So Adam,
That's the point of this. Robbie.
yours.
It's
Do you
fine.
need a reminder?
No,
Or
I'm
you
good.
Okay,
I'm good.
You run with yours then.
So I predicted that 2018 would be the year of the electric car in more grassroots level racing because we already had Formula E and all that stuff, electric and hybrid cars. And to some extent I was right. We've seen at Grid Life, we saw a Tesla Model 3
Yep.
that raced and that Tesla swapped Evora was there.
Yep.
there was the Super Lap Battle Tesla Model 3 Diabolical.
Didn't they get who got
Yeah,
disqualified?
that Tesla Model 3 that it was a PR stunt gone horribly wrong in my opinion.
Yes.
But whatever. GM has released a electric Copo at SEMA. So, I mean, they're out there. I said I kind of thought that they would be more prevalent than it actually ended up being, but it's getting there. I mean,
Just you're seeing it.
the stuff's expensive, but it's there. It's happening.
It's becoming available.
Yeah.
Still
So,
half.
half? I only get half on that one? He's just trying to make me lose.
You might lose. We'll see.
The second half of that prediction was that I said that we weren't going to see, we were going to see very few to no new super or sport or super or hyper car that were electric and or hybrid. And with the exception of the Taycan or whatever, I think that that's actually a true statement. I don't think that any other manufacturer released a supercar that was hybrid or electric drivetrain.
Wait, what about that new McLaren?
Yeah, I guess
Was
they
that
weren't
electric?
they weren't released.
The Speedtail or whatever that was called, Speedster, Speedtail.
If it's out, I'm counting it. If they've said it's out there.
Was that electric?
Well, the AMG.
It's not a thing yet, Robbie.
They announced it, though.
Yeah, you're right. It's not a thing.
That car had already been announced before I made that prediction.
Do you know that for a fact?
Yes,
Can
because
you link
we
me
talked
to an article.
because we
did
talked
talk
about
about
it the
it.
show before.
The McLaren's website sucks. Hold on a second.
That car might not even be on the website because they sold it out before they even unveiled it.
Speedtail is a hybrid.
It is a hybrid. So two
0.
cars.
0 points.
I said few to none.
No. This note that you wrote on
Well,
this
that might
document
be, but
says
if you go
no
back and
new
listen to the
electric
show-
I have to go off what's on this
If
document.
you go back and
sir.
listen to the show, I said very few or none
I have to go off what's on this document.
that I typed.
Yeah, so
This
it's totally
morning.
your problem. Wait a
Nah,
second.
Very few to none.
I'm giving him a 0, Rabbi.
Yeah, because you guys don't want to lose to me, which is fine. Whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't care. So, I mean, if you want to be that way about it, that's fine.
We do.
Whatever. I mean, if you have to skew the reality just to fit your twisted vision of how things happen, that's fine. If that's what you got to do to sleep at night, then more power to you.
Wait, didn't that what was the car that beat that record? The electric car that beat the Circuit of America record?
That was an autonomous thing.
No, this car. What's it called?
Yep.
The
You work on that one because I've just thought of
that is
another one.
one car.
It was blue and it beat the record.
Yeah. And I don't think you can buy that car.
Yes, you can.
I don't think you can.
I think
Again, few. 3 is not a lot, Robbie.
That car-
it's a Neo EP9.
What's the
and
car
I don't
that
think
Richard
car
Hammond
actually
flipped?
exists.
It's
the
the
Rimac, which
Rimac.
was available long before
No.
I
I
talked
think there's a
about
new
this.
Rimac.
It's because the only Rimac that existed was the one that
No, there's
Richard
3
Hammond
of them.
Yeah,
exploded.
there's a new Rimac.
Whatever. I don't care. I still think
C2, the Rimac C2.
I talked
Is
about
that it?
No, that's the EP9.
I talked about major manufacturers. None of these are major
Wow,
manufacturers.
a lot of qualifications going on now.
No, those are
Says the guy's looking for holes in my fucking theory.
there's not major manufacturers making supercars.
Every major manufacturer that makes, or every person that makes a supercar right now is a major manufacturer.
No, there's the Devil.
It's not a car you can buy.
The Sin. That's a supercar.
It's not a car we can buy.
I just saw 2 of them.
Yeah, they're race cars.
That's a car you can buy. That
Not
car.
a street legal car.
You shouldn't be driving any of these on the street. They're too fast.
Well, that's a different argument, Robbie.
The Audi e-tron.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah, Audi did. Still, we're at like a few, which is what I said.
They had another.
They only come
Audi
out
had
with a
another
few-
one.
they only
Audi-
come out-
Ferrari doesn't have any.
Yet.
Lamborghini doesn't have any. Aston Martin doesn't have any. There's plenty of supercar manufacturers that didn't release these cars. GM doesn't have one. Ford doesn't have one.
Now he's just
We can't just name all the manufacturers
Yeah.
and say these don't have them. That doesn't count.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You said no. The document says no cars.
None to few to none.
It's not what it says.
By
It's
def-
it's not what it's because I typed it driving down the fucking road and I didn't want to type out a whole
dare
bunch
you.
of shit.
0 on that one.
Yep, that's all right.
I'll
I'll
take
move on.
0
Sorry.
for all of them then. I don't even care. If you guys are going to be douchebags about it, whatever.
You're the stinger.
Yeah. I said that it was going to be a good car because at the time it hadn't been released. And it is a good car. It's fucking awesome.
It's a good car.
You had talked a little bit about that Torque Motorsports or whatever that guy is, who I now follow on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
And
He loves tuning stuff. That's his deal.
He's into like the mid 11s with a mild bolt on, like still has the factory catalytic converter stinger.
I believe that.
Mid 11s.
It's a quick car. It's a fun car.
They're cool.
Good news. Everybody got 1.5.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a
I don't
trophy.
Participation trophies.
Woo!
Socks for everybody.
Socks for everybody. And a Miata.
Whoa.
What? There's Miatas right there.
Yeah, right
Take a
here.
Miata.
Oh, okay.
Take a Miata.
Okay. I thought you were saying that Miatas were like the participation trophy of cars or something.
They're the participation trophy of race cars. Yeah, that's what you said.
Does that make sense?
No.
Is it just insulting?
Yes.
It's a little bit of both, I think.
I'm trying to think of. Yeah, I don't think that really makes sense.
Details.
All right, Robbie, let's go with your new ones.
All right.
And like I said, I'm gonna try to write them down here, so we can get the correct facts now.
Oh,
So
Jesus
next year we're gonna have
Christ.
to do this.
Yeah.
They're gonna make fewer than 5 electric supercars in 2020.
I should say
Anyway,
that.
Yeah, we need exacts
Yeah.
next year. All right. So my first one is that Ram sales will surpass Silverados.
This will be good. Because
good for you, Robbie.
I have something to say about it, and one of us is going to be wrong, and the other one's going to be right.
Good for you, Robbie.
guaranteed.
They
The
came
Ram is better looking. The interior is better. It's better equipped.
better mileage.
Has better technology. Has better mileage. Has better engine
Do
selections.
you know what the numbers are right now?
They're close. They're both kind of on pace to be right at 575,000 each.
That surprises me.
So yeah, Ram's been on a really good uptick the last couple of years, and then I think with the new body style of the Chevy, I think they're going to take a decline, and I think the Rams are going to follow that trajectory up, and they're going to surpass them for like the first time in forever.
Maybe ever.
They only went off what I could find was only the most recent models, so it only went back a handful of years. But yeah, Rams are way on the uptick. Chevy, not so much. And this does not count GMC, because if you put them together, then of course it's way more.
We talked about that a long time ago.
Yeah, it's like double.
What else, Robbie?
Let's see. I read an article today, and that's why I'm going to go the opposite on this one. That the article on the Drive said that internal combustion engine vehicles have hit their sales peak in 2018. This is the most internal combustion engines that analysts think that we will sell in a year. I call bullshit. I predict that we will sell more internal combustion engine vehicles in 2019 than we did in 2018. Because gas prices are so low.
I don't think it's going to stay there, though. I also think that because new car sales are going down, and so I don't think that we're going to sell as many cars next year, period.
Then I'm on the other end. I'm saying that we're going to sell more than 2018.
Okay.
Whose car is that?
That's just mine. I just need a picture of a V8.
It's silver still.
I know. I don't have any new pictures.
Oh, of course you do. You got it
Not of just
somewhere,
the
don't you?
engine.
Oh, okay. Is that it? You got
No, I
another
got two.
one?
I got two more.
Two more? All right.
The Supra will flop.
Ooh.
I have one to go with this.
How do
but
you
I will
define
save it.
flop?
It will not eat. It will not meet sales expectation and will not get received well. I don't know how you can put that.
Right, into numbers.
We'll definitely argue
like
about
factual
it. Yeah,
numbers. Yeah, I'm going to
20
argue for fucking sure now,
Well, we're gonna-
assholes.
Seems very upset.
He's awfully aggressive.
You could define that by the general consensus of respected media, which might be Architectural Digest, actually.
Yeah, because they had actually the best article this
The
year.
best article about cars that might show up in 2019.
2019.
Yeah, I'm predicting that, for all the hype that's been behind it, it's going to show up and people are like, yeah. And it's going to sell a little. And then that's going to be it. Because nobody really gives a shit about the off-the-shelf rebranded BMW.
I'd rather have the BMW. There, I said it.
I wonder if it'll sell better.
The BMW?
Yeah.
Oh, I would venture to guess it probably would.
I don't think so. I think it'll be probably similar.
You don't think so?
No.
It's convertible, though.
I think
I
that'll
think
hurt it.
people will buy it. I think people will buy it as
Just a
a fun car. Yeah, just a fun car.
Well, I think most people who are buying either one will be buying them as fun cars. So,
I don't think so.
At that
I
point,
think this car is going to be bought by people who can barely afford it, and that's going to be their only car. I think you're going to get people that buy it as a second car, but I think you're also going to get people that are in our age bracket that can't really afford it, and they're like, fuck it, I'm going to daily it.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to get the Supra you wanted, so you get this Supra.
yeah, because I'm pretty sure there's one on BAT right now. It's gonna.
Yeah,
It might break 100.
it will break 100. It's only got 7,000 miles.
I don't. So a lot of people think it's gonna be around 90.
It's already at 90.
Do you think it'll go over 100? I haven't looked at. I've never even opened.
It's over 90 today, I think.
Is it? I
Yeah.
don't know when the auction ends.
I'm pretty sure I saw the article said it was over 90 today.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's only got 7,000.
Current bid
7,000
is 90. It's got less than 2 days left.
Yeah, I called it.
Yeah, that'll be over 100 then for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think BAT is the same as eBay when it comes to that.
It's an auction. That's how it works.
See people just sit there and stare at it, and then on the last day they'll just bid.
It'll probably hit 200.
I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah. It'll go 100 in the last day by itself.
You want to add this on your thing?
Not really.
Okay. All right. What's your
Next week,
What's
we'll
your
find
next
out.
one?
My last one is that Grid Life will see record growth again.
Okay, quick question so I can write this down. How much did Adam Jabay pay you for that?
Nothing. He doesn't know.
Yet.
Grid Life will see record. I should have had like a Grid Life shirt on.
You got your speed secrets.
Yay!
Or you should have like pulled that one off. You got a grid life. shirt
Grid
on.
Life. Woo! 2019 is the biggest year yet.
Okay.
I feel confident.
That
on
was a
one.
softball. If
I know.
ever saw
Yeah,
one.
way to go. Way to lop one in
I gotta
there.
get 1 point.
1 point. Okay, my list for 2019. Let's start with the Supra, because I've got a Supra one on here
Please.
too. It will not be available until October.
I was actually expecting July at the earliest.
And the one that you want, which is the 6-cylinder one, will be $65,000.
Are there two models?
Yes.
I've
They've-
heard a
have
rumor
they-
that there's a 4-banger.
Yeah, there's an inline 6 and then a 4-cylinder. And the inline 6 only has
Christ.
is 330 horsepower.
Way to phone it in. That's how much horsepower my Genesis makes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Flop.
That's super lame.
It's
Actually,
gonna be the BRZ all over again.
actually,
Only I think
the
it's gonna
engine
be worse.
that's
It's
in my
got way more
Genesis
height.
is detuned. If it was in the coupe, it made 350 horsepower.
you should
It
get
was
it.
kind of a gutless.
Is there like an
vehicle, wasn't it?
APR for your Genesis? Is there that kind of company?
Well, that torque guy could tune it.
Oh, okay.
Stupid.
Yeah.
October, 65 grand for the one you want.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
They're going to do that thing where they like layer option packages, so when you get the one you want, finally, it's $65,000.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, I agree. It's gonna flop.
It will be announced, or there will be a rumor that it is forthcoming that the Challenger Charger is on its way out,
Ooh.
It's got to happen.
and there's no replacement. Sorry, folks, it's over.
I don't know about that.
You don't think they're gonna facelift it?
I think they've already facelifted
No,
it.
I mean like a real facelift.
No, I don't think. No, because I think the whole car needs redesign,
Yeah.
front to back.
Okay, then you don't think there's gonna be a redesign?
No, I'm gonna say no
Okay.
That's a bold statement.
That's a
because everybody else has killed off all their cars, and I don't know that FCA will dump the money into the program that they need to redesign this car, and
They
that would
can't
be
steal that chassis from anywhere else.
basically that would be them making like a 7 or 8 year bet that they can still sell cars when all the other auto manufacturers have said that they can't.
I think someone's got to sell cars.
Mitsubishi.
Genesis.
And I
I
think-
about one.
I think FCA is just stupid enough to do it.
No, Sergio's gone.
That's a good point. You're right. They may have way more level-headed management now, don't
Yeah. Well, if they stick to the Dodge, mentality, then they'll.
they? No, that was the Italian mentality.
No, the drunken Dodge brothers,
yeah, but
doing
Moonshine
burnouts.
and-
Moonshine and their Dodge Chargers and their big V8s.
they're Italians now.
Yeah, okay.
I think that they will put all their money in Ram because Ram is good, and they'll put all their money in Jeep because Jeep is good. And I think that this is
Jeep
going to.
isn't good. It's just they sell for.
They make, well, it's high
loads of money.
profit
good to
margin.
somebody.
It's high profit margin because
Yes.
all the hinges are on the outside.
I know.
That's
You know
how
how
you
much
can
cheaper
tell.
that is, Robbie?
That's how you can
So
tell.
much
That's how you can
cheaper.
tell a car if a car's high profit margin or not. Are the hinges on the outside? Because people pay more for hinges that are on. The G wagon starts at like $120,000.
I know it does.
Are G-Wagon external hinges?
Yes.
I
This
think
is how
that the
closely
new
I
one
pay
may
attention.
not be
Our-
anymore,
the
but the
other one was.
current one or the one that was 1 year old, it had external hinges.
Are Jeep windshields still flat? Or do they have some curve to them?
I think there's a little
Like
bit.
They had to
Wrangler.
change them
There's a little bit of an
for the
angle.
new one.
Yeah.
I mean, like the piece of glass. I mean, I know
Oh.
it could be at an angle, but is the piece of glass still a flat piece of glass? Or does it have some curve to it?
I don't know.
Because flat
You're
glass
asking
is
a lot of hard questions
also
today.
really
Is
cheap.
the Boxster and the Cayman chassis the
Dude, I thought
same?
for sure
and
you
last
would know
generation,
that.
are they the same?
I figured for sure you would know
nope.
that.
The G wagon hinges are still on the outside.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I can't tell you if the Jeep has a.
That looks pretty flat to me.
It looks flat, but there might be a little bit of curve.
What
to it.
did you find there? What picture is that? Is that Arnold Schwarzenegger's
Yeah.
Jeep?
No, that's the Jeep that's parked down at the mall right now. Are you kidding
That's
me?
what they're selling at the parking lot, man. It's everyone's got them with
can't
The
the,
one
with the
here,
light bars.
the one here in West Des Moines, decked out with some yellow accents and a Hawkeye license plate.
Yeah, it's got a snorkel. It's got like 1,000 LEDs on the front for when you go spotlighting, and then you also got your winch.
Would you like to know some pricing on a G550 base? Base. No options.
115.
75.
You're saying 75?
Yeah.
You're saying 115?
Yeah, we'll go high. Whatever. G what?
It would almost be closer to double his number. It's one before fees. Before fees, it's $125,000.
That's crazy.
I guess you're technically
I was
closer.
closer.
But if you
Yeah,
doubled
Price
his
is
number,
Right
he would
rules,
have been
man.
close.
That's crazy.
Would you like to know the lease terms on a $125,000 base model G wagon?
I do.
How much down?
Down payment. This doesn't say the mileage, or yes, it does. 12,000 miles. Down payment.
A year?
12,000 miles a year.
That's not many.
36 months. Down payment. Think about writing this check. $12,450.
I've
Would
only
you,
bought one car that was that much money.
would you like to know? Actually, there's some weird fees and stuff that get calculated into here. I don't know how they do this. Would you like to know how much the actual check is when you walk out of the dealership? $15,394. And then your monthly payment,
1,600.
$1,850. If Sir would like, hold
That's
on
for
a
the
second.
base.
That's for the base. If Sir would like the best one,
Sir.
Sir is the one buying it. Let's be real here.
okay. If Sir would like the most bestest one, any guess on the price on this?
2.25.
It's got a V12. Keep that in mind. It's got two turbos.
250.
I've never seen anything like that.
250.
223.
It's just at 2.25.
The check that you have to write, it doesn't tell me how much it is.
It's because if you have to
too much.
The
ask.
down payment's $22,000. I do know that. And your your monthly lease payment. This is money that goes out the window. You'll never see this money ever again. It's fucking gone. Every month.
$3,500.
26.
Yeah, it's $3,700.
Oh, Lord.
That's
That's nuts.
multiples of my house.
That's a lot of money. That's multiples of most houses.
Yeah. Except for the guy that owns that.
Even to
Yeah,
finance
imagine
it.
what his house is.
Okay, to finance it at 48 months, same down payment, it's $4,200 a month
That's to own it, though, right?
to own it.
Holy cow.
Then why would you lease it?
To get rid of it. Because you're so fucking rich, you don't care. And you don't care what mileage you turn it in with. You don't care what the monthly payment is. You really don't want to own it because you only want to keep it for 2 years.
Do you even realize that you turned it in? Or does
Somebody just come get it?
Or does the next one just show up and they just
Probably.
transfer all your shit into it and you just keep driving it? Don't
Somebody
even
probably
fucking
calls you and they're like,
know.
"Hey, the new one's here," and you're like,
Oh,
Do what?
"Okay."
Do what?
I need
right.
make sure I get that CD out of there.
CD.
Do rich
Get
people
out
know
of
what
here,
CDs
Robbie.
are?
Sorry, I'm stuck in the common age here. I
It's
don't know.
mixtape.
Yeah,
All right. I don't know what that had to do with anything that
It doesn't matter. It needed to happen.
it was
It
important.
needed to happen.
Another one that
I feel
came.
worse about myself now. It's
Another
good.
one that I had was the Hot Trailblazer's on its way. I think it's going to be a thing.
The Hot Trailblazers.
Yeah.
I hope so, dude. A Trailblazer SS would be
I
great.
think it's coming.
A
they're
TVSS
gonna do it.
return. Are you gonna buy one
No.
in 10 years?
No.
No, you're
No,
out of
I'm
your
out.
TVSS
I'm
phase.
out. I did it. I don't need to do it.
It was
again.
good, but you don't need to
It wasn't
revisit
that
it.
good.
Do it.
I don't have any reason to do
Dude,
it.
you
Why would I
loved
do-
that thing
I
I
know
loved
you
it
did.
for
like
3
6
months.
months.
And then I was like, this thing's a piece of shit. And nothing really even went wrong on it. It was still
That's
Yeah,
when he-
I was gonna say he really.
That's when he got fancy, though.
I know he did. The Genesis came
got
out.
fancy.
Like you really came into your own.
Yeah, you've really stepped up the fancy game.
What are you talking about?
Just kind of in
A
general.
few things come to mind. The Genesis is a little fancy.
It's a little fancy, but that was a practical purchase too.
Have you bought
I mean,
more
yeah,
guitars
I
since you-
could have bought a Camry, but I didn't buy.
I mean, I know you
get
were
that.
you were into watches, but you
Yeah.
you didn't have the fancies that you got.
I had that Breitling last year.
The TVSS has been more than a year ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say you.
That was
no,
2
no,
years
no,
ago.
it wasn't. I bought it in right at the beginning of April, I think.
2017.
Yeah.
No, I bought the Genesis this year.
No.
Yeah, I swear to God, because I've only put 10,000 miles on it.
Oh.
No, not 2019. Obviously, I bought it in 2018,
2018.
but April.
I feel like you've had it forever.
Yeah, you bought the Genesis in April.
Yeah. Yep.
So when you bought the Trailblazer, when you were into the Trailblazer,
Yes.
that was more than a year ago.
Yes.
That was almost 2 years ago.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. And then you kind of just like really ramped it up.
Then got rid of the Blazer.
Then you got rid of the Blazer, and
Then
that
got your
sealed
fancy watches.
sealed the coffin. Now you're. It's not even funny for the trust fund thing anymore because it would make sense. It's not funny anymore.
When it didn't make sense, it was funny, but now that it makes sense, it's not
When it was
funny.
kind of true, it was kind of funny. But now people would be like, yeah, okay.
It's on brand.
Yeah, this is my brand now. This is cashmere. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's not a big deal.
You look so fancy tonight. I can't get
looks
over
so
it.
nice.
It looks so ridiculous.
I don't remember you taking your hair. It's like perfect.
Yeah.
I haven't seen his hair in so long.
I got made fun of for wearing a hat all the time, so I'm rocking the
Like
the
perfect.
haircut.
Yeah, it's like
I haven't seen his hair in a
it's
long
I got way
long
too much.
time.
It's fancy
I got way
hair.
too much stuff in it, though.
Oh, product. Yeah,
Unfortunately,
it's
I overdid
product.
it.
He calls
Too
it
much
product.
product in it.
Right.
You know how much product I put in this hair?
None.
Sometimes you got to do two
The
products. though.
equivalent
Have you done that?
of product. I
Yeah.
put in
With
my
what
hair.
hair would I put
You
product
got to
in?
do not. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but my point is,
Don't
like
look at
for
me,
him,
Robbie.
for
I
him,
don't put product
With-
in my
with
hair.
his hair. If we
when
were going
we
to fix
take
it,
him
what
to
are we doing?
convention, what we're gonna do? We're gonna put
No,
we're
you're
gonna put
not.
like a paste, like a
gel.
You're-
It's
That's
not like a gel, but it's kind
that's
of more like a paste.
legitimately where I draw
First
the
of
line.
all, we're gonna wash the hair. Okay.
And cut it. I'll pay for the cut.
You
somebody's-
saying it wash like I don't?
Somebody, no. It's just
Wash it every
there's
fucking
steps.
day.
First of all, somebody's mentioned that we need to fix his hair for the suit. I won't mention any names. Somebody mentioned it. So what we're gonna do? First of all, is we're gonna wash it. He's gonna wash it. I'm not gonna help him wash it. He's gonna wash it.
We'll take him to a cosmetologist.
You will not.
She'll
We
do
No, she will
absolutely
not.
will.
She'll do the pampered hair
do
thing.
the thing.
No.
Yeah.
What she's gonna
She'll
do?
use multiple products. So it'll be like shampoo and conditioner with the
Yep.
massage.
No.
And you do a little
They even do
leave-in.
that at Sport Clips, man.
Dude,
We'll
and
go to
that's
like
why
a-
I don't go to
We'll
Sport
go to a
Clips.
good place.
I hate the thought of her touching me
Okay,
in that
so anyway,
capacity.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's weird. I don't.
Yeah. Why are you so afraid
Even
of
the
that?
thought of it.
Why do you not
Gives me the
want
heebie-jeebies.
a woman
Pampering
massaging
you.
your
Yeah,
head?
No,
pampering
it
you.
sounds terrible.
It's wonderful.
I don't care if it's a chick or a dude. I don't want it.
Why do you not want them to touch your head?
I don't
It
like
feels good.
people touching me.
It does feel good.
We
It
don't
doesn't
need to
even
talk
have to be
about it.
sexual. It's just
No,
like
it's fine.
it's just a massage. It's just a thing. Like
So like a
gift idea for next year.
Yeah, a spa day for you
Yes,
would be
there it
like
I
the
won't
worst.
go. That'll be a thing.
$100 an hour masseuse.
Spend every penny you want. You are gonna have to go and redeem it because I'm not going.
Everyone should go all the time. They're wonderful.
Okay,
No.
so my point was
No.
wash the hair. We'll do blow dry, obviously.
It's gotta get.
We'll do a paste base on there. We'll kind of blow dry that in, and then when we get it styled the way we want it, we'll hit it with some hairspray.
Yeah,
It's more to keep the texture and to keep it.
You,
from
you don't
moving
want it to
around.
be firm. You want it to,
Right,
like
you want
that.
to be careful with the amount of product that you put in it. But if you put the
I can
hairspray
make
on
some
and it
calls,
keeps
man.
the shape, it'll keep the shape and it'll look.
You guys need more to do in your lives. That's all.
It'll look
I'm
really
saying.
nice. We'll do a bit of. Yeah, sure. Do you moisturize at all?
No.
Okay, so we'll
I do my arms
I'll
to
talk to
keep my
somebody.
arms from
I'll talk to
but only
somebody
in the winter.
about some moisturizers and get some
get some
suggestions.
mild psoriasis or whatever they call it if I don't moisturize my arms. But other than that, no.
Do you like a straight blade razor or anything like that?
I got a Harry's for Christmas. It's pretty sweet.
That's not bad. You
That's
could
nice.
use that.
It's better than I do.
That'll work. Cheap razors work better. To be
I
honest.
just do the quick.
Oh, no, I don't do that.
I do the.
When's the
lazy-
last time you
lazy
had
man's.
anybody work on your eyebrows? I can tell from here, actually.
Never comes to mind.
know what no.
Just trim them a little bit. You don't do any like
think
real
that-
pretty.
think that the last time-
I'm telling you right now, don't wax.
I think that the last time I got my hair cut, she probably did that.
I don't think so.
You, the man who doesn't want to be touched, doesn't remember having his eyebrows worked on?
I don't.
You would remember that.
No, I blank it all out.
just
It
go
never
to your
happened.
happy place.
It
and
never
tell us
fucking
over.
happened.
All right, we got to move on. Otherwise, it's going to be the longest show of all time.
That's fine. I don't care.
What are yours, Adam?
My softball. I think time attack's going to continue to grow. There's been a lot of big stuff come out here lately. I think that last year was the year of the drift. This year's the year of time attack, and I couldn't be happier.
I'll allow it.
I think that Ford is going to fill in the ST line with the Expedition. Let's face it, it's coming.
The Expedition.
They make an Expedition still.
Oh, I know that.
An Expedition ST. It's a thing. It's coming.
No.
I'm calling it.
They do have a Tahoe RST.
RST, that's what that is. I wanted to say
So,
LTZ, but
yes.
RST is what it is.
Probably.
Right. If they made an Edge ST, Robbie.
I know they did.
Ooh,
Those
how about
tires.
a Lincoln? A hot
A
Lincoln.
hot Lincoln?
Ooh.
Ooh, and then they could use that Hot Rod Lincoln song for their commercial?
Then I'd buy a Lincoln. Well, no, I wouldn't buy a Lincoln because that'd be like $130,000.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of
In
money.
15
sick.
years, you'll buy a Lincoln.
Sick. I'm seriously I might really actually buy a used Suicide door Continental.
Apparently, they're only making 80 of those.
I'll find one.
I didn't like
We can make one.
how that didn't show up in any of the news articles that I read about the car. I don't really know, but apparently they're only making 80,
Yeah, not enough.
which is kind of a bummer.
I'm interested in enough in it that I would look for one.
What about a normal Conti?
No.
Would you cross shop it with a Genesis and then end up buying a Genesis anyway?
Yes.
The
Problem with the Genesis is there's not a dealer in Des Moines. I have to go to Omaha.
You don't think we're going to get a
and-
Genesis dealer?
Apparently not.
That's a for sure not going to happen thing.
Yes, I have inside information that they tried to build one in Ankeny, and Genesis said that they didn't like Ankeny.
What? It's like the fastest growing city in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
What
the
if
Genesis
country.
has some real sales process issues that they need to resolve if they want to sell cars in this country.
Surprises
yes.
me.
And they wanted to build it over by Carl's. So it's completely accessible.
It's like a really good
it's a
place
great
to
place
build
to put
a
it.
dealership.
And yes, I know some other information I probably shouldn't share. But yeah, so it was like a thing. It was ready to go. And Genesis went, nah.
Jesus.
They wanted them to build it like in the middle of Des Moines. It's like,
Where are you going to put it?
where?
Downtown?
Where in the yeah, exactly. Downtown or that doesn't work either.
Just get rid of the Riverwalk. We'll put it down there.
Do you need all these bridges? Can we
Yeah,
You
do
realize,
get those out of
you
here.
realize how many hipsters we have in this town? We don't have room for a Genesis
No,
dealer.
They don't give a
downtown.
shit about Genesis.
We got fixed
you know
bike
who's
dealers
gonna,
all
You know
over.
who's going to buy a Genesis? People live in Ankeny.
Yes.
Or West Des Moines.
Yeah, that's where they need to be. Ankeny or West Des Moines.
Well-
or Waukee, I guess, nowadays.
No, it's a little too far out there yet.
Well,
Waukee and West Des Moines are not really that far apart. Like,
Yeah, it's a little. It's
a lot of-
It's too far to the north and too far to the west. It's not quite there yet.
You live in a place called Cumming.
Your opinion of this town is
Your opinion of locations.
Well, they're putting in the bypass on the south side, so they're going that way too now. So Ankeny's where you want your Genesis dealer.
bypass on the south side.
Yeah, they're connecting the whole city, man.
What bypass?
They're adding another
They're
bypass.
adding
right
another
there.
bypass right before my exit.
Oh Jesus!
It's literally going around the city. It's connecting Highway 5 to, I think, the interstate on the other side. Around Waukee. That's where I think they're putting data centers or something down there.
Yeah, Apple and
Yeah, so there's a whole bypass because of that now.
yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
And they probably gave him a stupid tax credit, and
Oh, yeah.
they won't employ anybody because it takes like
it's 4 people.
3 people to run a
Yeah.
data center.
It's a few more than that, but it's not very many. It's
You're right,
Like
it is. It is
legitimately like
12 people.
15 to 20 people for one of those buildings. It's bigger than a football field,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and half of those guys clean toilets. So
It's not exactly helping our tax base, but that's a different issue for a different show.
that's Hatercast.
That's when we start our local news podcast.
Yeah. For when our local news drops the ball and we're here for real journalism.
That would be really low-hanging fruit, and would probably actually do quite well. To be honest, it probably would do really well.
We maybe could get picked up by the radio
That'd be
if we
funny.
kept it clean.
Nope.
NPR would love it.
Nah, this
No,
town needs it.
we could do like a Des Moines news podcast that would catch on real fast.
I think that it would.
All right,
Probably
here's
be real easy to get sponsorship dollars on that.
It probably would be. Yeah, just do local stuff. 2019, the year of the podcast.
We just do podcasts all day until one of them starts making enough money for us to
To
live.
drop all
we'll
the
just
other
take like a
ones.
year of like trying to make money and
Quantity over quality, people.
just
We
put them
talked
out,
about
put them
this.
out. 8 hours of podcasting every day. Just put them out, see what happens.
We have to do every other day. I need a production day.
True. Yeah, we'd have to
we
edit.
would.
Especially if we did a news podcast.
You'd have to. There'd be editing and research for the next day too.
Oh, see, and I'm discouraged already. I don't want anything to do with this.
Come up with a stupid name and talk too close to the microphone, too.
Okay, I can do that. No problem.
Welcome to the Voice of Des Moines podcast.
My last one.
Yes.
I think it's gonna be the year of the cheap EVs. We're gonna get cheap ones now. I think the Leaf is kind of the bottom of it right now.
You can get the Outlander EV for less than 30.
That was a plug-in, not an EV.
No, there's an
I
EV.
thought it was a hybrid.
No,
Hold on.
they're on the top left corner of their website. It's the EV.
Mitsubishi.
But I always spent a lot of time on the Mitsubishi website.
I did today because I wanted to speak to my half a point.
He was specking out his
Outlander
Eclipse.
PHEV. It's electric. It's gas.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, it's the world's best-selling plug-in hybrid SUV.
That no one's bought.
I don't know how they came up with that figure, but
Okay, I was
That's
wrong.
what they
I
say.
apologize.
So it is plug-in.
Yep.
Okay. I think it's going to be the year of the cheap EV. I don't remember. I was going to look up what the Leaf costs. I didn't get time.
It's like less than 30.
I think they're going to be down in there.
it's 35.
No.
Or no, you're right. It's you're right. It is 29.90.
Less than 30.
I think we're going to see like in the 15 range.
No.
No.
15 to 20. Sub 20s.
No.
Too cheap.
No.
I think they're going to be real shit cars. But I think
Yes.
they're going to be there.
Not in China.
What's a Bolt cost?
Like
I forgot about the Bolt.
$36,000.
no.
That's what it says.
A Bolt?
Yes.
You looked that up that quickly?
Well, now I got all of them. The Leaf's
okay.
29. The Volt's 33. The Bolt is 36.
Did they kill the Bolt?
The Volt?
They killed one of them.
B or V?
I thought they killed the Bolt.
The V is 33,000. The B is 36. This is current model year. This isn't the upcoming ones.
Right.
So I'm sure that it is dead.
I think we'll have a $15,000 to $20,000 EV from somebody somewhere.
Yeah, the Volt is killed in 2019.
Right. So
Yeah.
this would be the old price.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, we're back on track.
I'm saying it. I got to have one that's
$15,000, you said?
a little ways
Writing
out
it
there.
down.
15
Hold on a
to
second.
20. 15 to 20. Sub 20.
There's gonna be one.
Sub 20.
There's gonna be
Sub
one-
20.
There's gonna be one-
19,999.
there's
Nailed
gonna-
it.
There's gonna be one car that sells for 19, and then it's dog shit.
Yeah. They're going to be total piles of shit that I would not, even I, with my low standard of cars, would probably not want to own.
See, that I'm sticking with it. We're gonna have at least one more. The gas prices aren't gonna skyrocket completely in 19.
I think if you really want to play that to the best, I would say the percentage of total cars sold internal combustion engine percentages will be higher than they were this year. Because I think the total number of cars that we sell in 2019 will be less. Write that down even.
All right, write it down.
Because it's already falling. That stuff's already coming. I don't think that as many people are going to be buying new cars in 2019 as we did in 2018. And I think that 2017 was a better year for new car sales than it was this year.
All the figures I looked at were I wasn't looking at all of them, but like everything I compared, like the Ram, even the Silverado, like that was all going up.
I could see the, like, if you talk per capita, like percentage wise, the ICE will be larger than EV, but I don't know that they're going to sell more raw cars, period.
I don't know. Yeah, so all the numbers I looked up said the opposite. Like the number, like everyone's like sales are down, but they weren't.
I mean, I know that
like the Ram was up.
I know it's really
by, like,
hard
a lot.
to look at news these days and like know whether or not they're being swayed one way or the other or whatever. But there's a lot of people who think we've got a recession on the way.
Yeah, you hear that all
And
the time.
if that hits, we're not going to be selling cars.
No, then all the predictions
So-
are gone.
Anybody who's pro-Trump thinks we're doing great, and anyone who's anti-Trump thinks we've got a recession coming. So
Yeah,
it's
basically.
really where we're at this point.
Shall we do some news items?
Let's.
I'm down.
OnStar thought this ZR1 crashed 3 times during a lap of NCM.
It was hilarious.
So
It's a good video.
He takes the first corner of his flyer and his phone's on, or his OnStar's on. What's
I'm
your
on a racetrack.
What's your emergency?
We're on a racetrack! Leave me alone!
And then he hangs up, and then they call him right back. Did it 3 times in 2 minutes.
Andy Pilgrim's this gentleman's name. He's a GM performance car driver. Let's just say he's done many things.
Pretty well known guy.
He's at the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green.
One of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not really sure what happened here.
Well, as soon as he gets off track, someone goes, "You're in OnStar mode. Your lights were flashing like you're in a hazard." So I don't know, but like there's no.
Are you supposed to turn something off?
I think you can shut it off, but like I think what he meant was like you're in standard operating mode.
I've seen a lot of times. I didn't know if it was the videography of it, but it seemed like there were a lot of cars when they were really tossing them around on like Top Gear and stuff like that. That the hazards would come on. I think that's a thing with some new vehicles.
You're hitting too many G's. So
Yeah, where
it
you really, like,
thinks you crashed.
You lock up the brakes and the hazards come on.
Yeah, because it stops at such a force that it
Right.
thinks you actually hit something.
Right. So
Let's try it, Robbie. Let's get in the avalanche and slam on the brakes.
It's too old, man. It's not gonna do
50,
that.
slam on the brakes.
if anything is going to do it, it's going to be the Genesis
Yeah, your car is way safer.
and newer.
Yep.
Robbie's truck is
Definitely not
15
going to do
years
that.
old.
I just want to slam on the brakes in the avalanche.
No,
see
we'll
what
do it in
happens.
yours.
Nah, I've done it. It's fine. Nothing happens.
Should we
You know
do
what?
Should we do a braking test between the three of us?
I did it in the
Let's
max.
do that. Let's do
I did
that.
it at the maximum.
You know how funny that would actually be as a YouTube video, as like a we'll act like they're all 3 brand new cars and do like a full
Comparison of,
video
like, three.
We
comparison.
could do like a full review.
It's like 3 random cars have nothing to do with each other.
be kind of
Get a
funny.
guy to drop a flag, and
Yeah.
we could do like a go to whoa. Could go to like first to 60 and then
Yeah.
first to 0.
Yeah, I'm down.
Could do a go to whoa. Let's do it.
We'd have to but where would we do it? That's the problem.
Yeah, I know.
That empty Mitsubishi parking lot.
Every time we want to do something fun, we can't think of a spot to do it.
We could just do it on a weeknight at Eddyville. Like toss the guy $50 and do it.
Yeah, that would work.
Place was unlocked.
You shouldn't advertise that.
I think he lives there.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
He does live on the track.
Yeah.
Don't trespass. It's bad.
Yeah, that is bad.
Yeah, I don't know. GM didn't really have a great answer as to why this happened, and they said they've taken this car other places, and it's
Yeah, he's
not
done
happened.
it a handful of times.
And it's been fine. So
Well, yeah, the funny thing was,
makes a funny
they,
video.
They called him as he was cresting like the first turn. So I mean, it wasn't like it was a really violent spot. It was after a straightaway.
Or was it immediately? I mean, he didn't get any. I mean,
Well, he'd already done a lap. He was on his flyer.
right. What I think is, so I was reading some comments about it,
Yeah.
and somebody was like, "Don't you think the car should know it's on a racetrack? Don't you think they should have it geotagged?" I was like, "You really think GM's going to spend the time to geotag every racetrack in the country so that the car knows it's on a track and shuts off OnStar?"
The only reason they do
That's
that,
a wildly huge assumption of a car.
the only reason they do
manufacturer.
that in Japan is because they detune them.
Yeah, they have
That's
to.
different.
Right.
Yeah, not the same here.
Yeah. That's a wild assumption of a car manufacturer to do that.
Right.
No one's ever going to do that.
No.
especially
So.
on GM.
Yeah, they can't be bothered.
New IIHS tests will rate automatic braking systems.
Yeah, I think that's necessary.
Related mostly to passengers. Or, sorry, not passengers, pedestrians crossing in front of
Basically,
the
things
vehicle.
jumping out in front of the vehicle from certain distances, and if the vehicle will stop without
Distances
slamming
and
into the child.
speeds. Are there that many cars that have this system? Does your Genesis have this
A lot
system?
of the new cars do. Like
No?
surprisingly large amount of.
No, I think it was
new
an
vehicles
option,
do.
which I'm glad I don't have because apparently they're not great as far as long-term reliability.
My dad's become reliant on his Subarus.
Really?
Well, maybe not reliant's the right word, but he has to catch himself. Be like, oh yeah, I don't automatically slow down when this car's in front of me.
Oh, like adaptive cruise control?
Yeah, got that, and like I don't know if he has the braking, but yeah, the adaptive cruise control is one thing
Okay.
he notices for sure.
That's interesting. That would...
It throws
I
you-
could
it
see that where if you don't
you're-
have it,
you're
you
used
hop
to
in
it.
something else.
Uh-huh.
And,
Yeah, you got to like just remind yourself. By the way, I'm not in my Subaru.
it's
That
interesting.
Subaru eyesight thing is supposed to be one of the best
Yeah.
Yeah, he said a
Most
lot of really
intuitive
really good things about
systems.
I'm just interested to see who does well and who does poorly in this
it. Yeah.
new test. It's kind of interesting to me.
Well, I think for all the new technology that's out there, they have to be testing it, and you have to be able to compare them apples to apples and say, under these tests, these are your results.
Yeah.
So if you're in car X, it's not going to stop.
Well, if it's a safety test, and that's a safety device, so it needs to be included in part of the rating. Pure and simple.
100%.
So it's good.
Yeah, the interesting one is they'll test a child walking between two parked vehicles.
Yep, them
They
jumping
say
out,
that's the
basically.
most difficult test that they have to try to pass.
Oh, I'm sure. Just, I mean, as a human driving, that's the most difficult thing to catch.
I did find it interesting that they said that now that they've rolled out this technology, that the accidents where people would have normally hit the human or whatever it was has been down like 30%. I'm curious on the other end of it, how many fender benders have happened because of the car behind them?
Car behind you.
Like, is that up 30%?
I mean, I wouldn't say go up 30%
Probably
because
not.
not every time that you see a kid running out between a car, there's another car behind you. But I'll bet you there's a correlation
There might be
at
a
some
little.
level.
Yeah, hopefully not 30%, but
Maybe 30% more when there's a car behind you,
probably.
at least.
Yeah, yeah. How well does the adaptive braking react to the adaptive braking? You know,
Ooh. Robbie's got a test.
I'm just spitballing.
Use two cameras. You got to use the same car in the test.
Lined up together.
Lined
Yeah.
up. That's part of their safety rating.
There you go.
I like it.
Limited edition cars are making Aston Martin filthy rich.
I can't believe how much money they've made.
They are making money hand over fist.
Considering they were broke asses like 10 years ago.
And I don't see that many Aston Martins.
Well,
No,
this is still more. You live in Nevada or whatever.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I've
like,
seen a couple
even in,
total.
I don't know that I've seen any new ones.
I've never seen one of the new ones. Not this.
I was in one.
What is this called?
DB11.
That's okay. But yeah, it's different with the convertible. I'd never seen the convertible.
I think that's the DB11 convertible.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
They say demand is strong for the DB11. It's a popular car. The Vantage,
What's the price point on that?
$225 is my guess. Starting.
I was going to say 180, but that feels low.
We'll find out. 201.
A little low.
It's a lot of consumer, not like reasonable price consumer talk in this
No.
show, but we've talked about a lot of car prices.
Yeah. The more people know.
We're trying to push up market.
We're trying to be more professional. Ooh, a Vantage is not cheap. It's $150. I was hoping it was going
Is
to be
that the cheap?
Yeah, I
Is
thought
that the baby Aston?
I thought that'd be cheaper.
Yeah, I was thinking that was going to be more like 120.
Yeah.
What's 150 when you're at
Yeah.
120 though?
Explain that to my banker.
I'd love to. I
So
feel like I could make a compelling argument.
I don't think that you can. It's 20% different, at least a little bit more than 20%.
Details.
So yeah, apparently Aston Martin's making tons of money. They're talking about doing an IPO. Company's valued at £5 billion, which is a large number
That's huge.
for a specialty auto manufacturer. But I think this whole building not one-off, but very small production vintage cars is brilliant because you can charge whatever you want and people will pay for it.
And line up to do it.
Did you see how much the Goldfinger DB5 costs?
It's such a ridiculous thing.
It's oh god, what is the price? It's insane.
It's $3.5 million.
That's so much money.
They're only
stupid.
gonna make 25, and they have orders for 75.
So make 75.
No, because then they're gonna make a DB5
Special.
Pussy Galore edition or whatever, and that one's gonna be
Octopus.
Octopussy. Thank you. And that one's gonna be that was her name in the movie. Don't even look at me like that.
I think
In the
Pussy
60s
Galore is one too.
What's that?
Pussy
on?
Galore that might have been from Goldfinger. Pussy Galore, I think, was in Goldfinger.
Could have been. I don't remember.
Goldfinger, Pussy Galore. Can you believe in the 60s that they were
Octopussy?
getting,
I want to hump a lot.
like they were getting away with this shit?
Yeah, people would lose their minds now. It'd be great.
Yep.
There's I did watch. It might have been Goldfinger. There's one scene where Sean Connery's awfully rapey.
50 no's and one yes is still a yes.
I don't even know
Sean
if he got
Connery.
a yes. And it's
That's a quote.
you watch
I mean,
that
it's a
now,
movie, but
and
it's a quote.
and you watch that, and you're like, you couldn't get away with that now. Sean Connery would be on like a cross. People would be hauling him through the streets, cutting his limbs off. But still, people are like, oh, Sean Connery. Even when he's old, they're like, he's such a sexy
Connery,
man.
yeah.
He's a sexy dude. It's like, shit is weird.
Girls
out
are
there,
weird, man. That's
shit
all
is
I'm saying.
crazy out there. It's crazy.
People still go crazy for George Clooney.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything super weird like that, though, did he?
Well, no, but like
I don't
he's
think
getting
so.
up there, and
No, I mean, he's old, but I mean, he didn't like
yeah.
I don't think
rape a girl in a movie, basically.
Yeah, I don't think he's got the rapey vibe.
I don't know. I haven't seen all those movies.
Go back and watch the
we
original
should go-
Sean Connery James Bonds because I watched a couple of them the other day.
Yeah,
and
they're rough.
And yeah, he's like slapping women around and throwing them and stuff. It's crazy.
That's good stuff.
I
Yeah,
need to go back and watch these. This is crazy.
it's crazy, man. You could never make that
The
movie.
60s.
Different times.
There's like no real nudity. People get shot and it's like just a little black circle.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could throw a girl across the room apparently, and it's fine. It's crazy.
It's like Mad Men.
I think there's one or two where he's like in a fight with them, like choking them and stuff,
Yeah.
because they're trying to kill him.
That's
a little
different though because
different.
they're trying. It's self
Yeah,
defense
but
at that point.
no, it's not in this world.
That may be true. Anyway, my point is I just find it interesting that we glorify those things and Sean Connery and all that era of all that. But you watch that movie and you're like, man, this is a little rough.
If I had $3.5 million to burn on a car, like totally disposable income,
Yeah, for sure.
there's a lot of things in front of that.
Yeah, it's like a laundry list of things I would buy.
Yeah,
All of them together.
like
yeah, then that would still not even add up to
right, like 350,000 Omnis. You know,
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, come on,
He'd do it too.
nah, I wouldn't.
Does that work out to $10,000 in an Omni or what? How many did you say?
I don't know. 350,000, isn't that $1,000?
Yeah. Okay, you're right.
That's where I was headed anyway. My
Yeah.
math sucks, but that's where I was
For
going.
some reason, I thought you said 35,000. I was like, those are expensive.
I don't know that there's 350,000 Omnis to be bought. How about $350,000 cars?
There you go.
No, that sounds like a nightmare.
Plus, you got to register
That
them.
sounds like you'd need a registration
Okay, how about
guy.
$3,500,000 cars?
Still a lot of cars.
No.
How about 10 cars?
10 cars at
350,000.
350,000. Yep.
That's still a lot of money.
That'd be where I would be.
10
Robbie.
10 cars?
10
over
cars.
one? Yeah, absolutely.
At $350,000 a piece.
Yeah, or some more, some less.
It's just got to balance out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So very interesting that Aston Martin's worth that much money, I guess.
Very surprising.
It makes me happy though because I like Aston Martin.
Good news is though they're producing an SUV, so you can get that also.
Wow. Excellent, great.
The DBX.
Ferrari's going to build one. Lotus is going to build one. Everyone's going to build
Sounds
one.
like a sound system. I don't think Lotus has
There's
two
no
nickels
way.
to rub together.
I
no
thought
way.
that Lotus got bought by some Indian company or something like that, and they're trying to build up an SUV.
Lotus needs to like scale down or something. Just
They can't. If they scaled down, they wouldn't exist.
no, like stop trying to have ambitions. Just make the same car.
They are, and
It's
it
great.
hasn't
It's
worked.
a- yeah,
Keep
for them.
doing it.
it's a great car.
It's going fine.
Not really.
What do you mean?
It's a 20.
When was the last time you saw a Lotus?
Like every
is-
time I go to Cars and Coffee.
Yeah, the Evora was on Road and Tracks list of cars that they were super pumped about this year.
How do you buy a Lotus right now?
Oofta.
The Lotus dealer?
That is terrible, Robbie.
What is
Why did
that,
you pull that
Robbie?
up?
That's the 2020 Lotus SUV.
That's
Told you.
awful.
It's going to be 3,000 pounds,
Of awesomeness.
which is going to be light for a SUV, and it's going to be like objectively terrible at being an SUV.
yeah. And it's going to cost double what all the other SUVs
Right,
cost.
and they're going to sell 10 of them,
But they'll be at every Cars and Coffee.
probably.
That's terrible.
I know.
I thought that was the
Kind of an
Aston
ugly.
Martin
It's an ugly Rogue.
SUV, to be honest with you.
It is like it's the worst version of a Juke. With an Equinox on the back.
No, with a Rogue on the back.
I would take a Juke.
That looks like Equinox
sure.
back, dude.
It's not good, no matter what.
What's wrong? Why do you hate the Juke so much?
Because it's a bad car.
You're
It's
wrong.
rad.
I'm not wrong. I drove one very hard in a commercial and broke it.
That's right. He's a professional driver.
It made a noise that made
Robbie,
the
if you
director
can claim professional photographer, he can certainly claim
professional stunt driver.
Did you get paid?
Absolutely.
Then
I
yeah,
got
we're
paid.
both professionals.
The director stopped, radioed me, and said, "Is the car broken?" And I said, "It made a horrible noise, but I don't think so." That's what
What
happened.
transmission did it have?
Probably the CVT.
Well, then
If it was not
your
a
fault.
manual, it was the CVT.
It made a horrific clicking noise when I slammed on the brakes.
How do rubber bands make clicking noises?
Yeah, I don't think that was transmission.
It was like something binding clicking,
You
like
broke the
a suspension
brakes.
component popping.
Oh, not good.
But it was loud enough that the director heard it.
Yeah, from like literally a city block away.
I would love to see that commercial.
I can find it.
Can
for
that commercial
Robbie.
be viewed?
Yeah, absolutely. it can.
Where?
It's on YouTube. I'd have to look for it.
What would it be called?
Post it on the group.
I'll post it on the group.
What would it be
It's
called?
the governor's like drunk driving awareness safety something.
So you were
something.
fake drunk driving?
Yeah.
Were you fake drunk driving?
Yes.
Okay.
But they edited me out because the car was driving itself.
Ooh.
Yep. So I'm not even in there.
Were you in a green suit?
I had to wear this black get-up thing, like this black cat burglar suit.
Dude, I would pay money to see you in a green man suit.
It would have been more fun if I was in a green man suit. Probably.
would be super
But that might have
rad.
been pre-Charlie.
I have a friend that has one.
That would have been. I think that would have been pre Always Sunny. So I don't know if it would have been funny then.
Oh,
now
no,
it'd be
it's,
funny.
no, it'd be. Didn't even realize that was an Always Sunny reference. I just think it'd be hilarious to see you running around in a green man
Are you
suit.
finding anything?
No.
There's a local actor guy that
There's
was
a
in
Friends Prevent Drunk Driving from the Iowa Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau from 7 years ago, but I don't think that's
it. That's
you.
you're close. You're
Very
getting
warm
close.
for sure.
Drunk driver, smart car.
Try that. That
That
might
sounds
be it.
right. Autonomous car. Don't play
Has it
it
got
on
a
the
juke in it?
podcast, though, Robbie.
No, I don't think we're gonna get in trouble for that.
It's yours. There it is.
Show it. Did you find it?
Hold on.
Oh no!
Let's freeze it up.
We're not gonna be able to hear the audio.
Just pause
oh,
it.
yeah.
And show us. Don't because I don't think you're supposed to. see
Drunk
these
driver,
things.
comma smart car.
If anybody's interested.
There's Michael in his juke. No one's driving though.
Yeah. See,
Oh, there he is.
me driving the Juke. I broke it.
I paused it.
It was terrible.
You got to share that on the group for sure.
Yeah.
I'll share it tonight.
Nah, share it next
No, it
week.
doesn't make any sense. The context isn't there. You gotta wait till next week.
Fine.
Sorry.
Then you forget. That's the problem. Then like Wednesday after you'd be like, shit, I forgot to share that.
Somebody will call us out for it.
That's how I always end up in.
I understand.
All right, we got to keep going here. We're running out of time.
Oh, I thought we have one more yet.
Yes.
Oh, son of a.
You can
bitch.
buy a raffle ticket for a
Oh, yeah.
Lambo from the Pope.
I can't believe how cheap the raffle tickets are.
$10
For 100 tickets.
Oh, seriously?
There's going to be like 1 billion tickets.
Oh, is there no ticket limit?
I don't think so.
Oh, Jesus!
It's for
Christ.
charity. Of course, there's no limit.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, they'll just keep selling tickets.
Yeah.
You can buy a Lamborghini, the Pope's Lamborghini, blessed by the Pope.
In theory, you could get it for $10, and they'll fly you to the Vatican City.
Hey,
Get interviewed by Trevor Noah on The Daily Show. What the hell?
Are you on the wrong thing?
Fly to Hollywood to be drawn into BoJack Horseman. This is other stuff that's on.
Oh, a different website.
No, this is the
This
website.
is that website
Yeah.
with different raffles.
oh, that's the other raffles.
Meet Dolly Parton and be her VIP dinner guest at
See,
Dollywood.
that's the one I
I'll
would
do that,
win, and I'd
yeah.
be pissed about it.
Hillary Clinton. No, let's
No.
not go there.
So far, the Hurricanes winning.
Pope. Let's see.
How many people have bought it? A ticket? Does it say?
That's what I'm looking for here.
that's
250 entries is $25.
Yeah.
So
Why don't you just do one ticket per dollar?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Why throw so many damn tickets in there?
What if I?
it's the same thing.
Yeah, your odds don't change.
Yeah.
Just the number of tickets that they wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't. It doesn't say. They probably don't want you to know, so that you'll enter.
Just keep entering. But I mean, yeah, this is the one that Lamborghini gifted him, and he blessed, and that was the whole thing.
They
like
sold
a year or
it
two
once.
ago. No.
Yeah. They tried to sell it at Sotheby's.
Yep.
Yeah, with $800-something thousand.
And then somebody backed out, which I didn't know that.
Since when
I thought
can
they
you back-
came after you and like broke your legs
I
off.
think you have to pay.
You don't
a
know they
fee.
didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
That guy might be dead.
so the mafia came and took that guy's legs
Right.
and beat him to death.
And
with
then
them.
they brought the Lambo
back.
back to the Pope.
yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, when you back
Father,
out,
here's your.
if
here's
you
your
back
Lambo.
out of an $800,000 deal, you probably get your legs broke, and I think
I
that's
think
fair.
that you get them broke them off and you get beaten to death. with them.
Especially when it's an Italian thing.
Yeah. When the Pope and the Lambo's involved.
That's a lot of
I
disrespect
assume
to
the
the
Pope
Pope.
has a mafia.
That's
tie.
a lot of disrespect to the Pope.
Yeah.
$800,000
It's a big deal.
for a guy that
mean,
like owns
if-
his own city. You know what I mean?
If someone
That's
took
a lot of-
$800,000 from me, I'd go after it too.
that's a lot
Yeah,
of
I'd
disrespect.
probably break your legs.
It's a lot of disrespect.
I'd break your legs for a lot
We
less
don't,
than that.
we don't appreciate. We don't appreciate.
Noted.
We don't appreciate that type of
Can we
disrespect
get like
around
a
here.
can we
you
get
know?
like a line drawn somewhere for will and won't break legs?
$8,000.
It depends on where my bills are at the you know. Is my
It's a floating number.
how
Son
far,
of a bitch.
How far away is my paycheck versus how high are my bills
All right,
today?
don't take anything from Robbie. Noted.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's kind of strange that they would do. Why the tickets don't match the dollar amount?
I hate raffles.
But the good thing is it's for charity,
Yeah,
and these
good-
charities seemed non-religious affiliated. They were just generally charities to help people.
Good charities for
Yes.
good things in the world.
For several things.
Isn't
There
this
was,
like the
human
good
trafficking.
guy Pope though?
Yep.
Like that's his thing, right?
Yeah,
He's kind of an all-inclusive type
shtick.
of pope. Area to aid areas devastated by violence and war.
yeah,
Aid victims of human trafficking.
yeah,
Provide medical care to impoverished people.
that's good.
Those were the major ones.
Those are
There were
three
some
good. Those are
others.
three good things.
Help some
I'll
people.
support those. I mean, I'm not gonna
not
buy a
about-
ticket, but I would support the cause.
I might spend $10 on 100 tickets.
Yeah.
Sounds weird, but yeah.
Why can't we just spend $10?
Why can't I spend $10 on one ticket?
Or 10 tickets.
10 tickets.
It does get as you spend more money though, you get more tickets. Yeah,
Oh, so $100,000 will get you like 1,000,000 tickets.
probably yes. Is that where you're at?
At that point, couldn't you just almost buy a Lamborghini?
Yeah. But it's for charity.
Oh,
You see how this works?
No, you're
You-
right.
I
You're
justify
right.
it now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Or you could buy a Supra.
So for those, not now.
You can
You
pre-order
gotta
one.
wait. Maybe.
No, the one on BAT.
No, you won't.
Or you could get a BMW.
We'll find out next week.
Yep.
You go to Omaze, I assume it's called OMAZE, and you
Yeah.
have until the end of January.
That's where Donut gave away
Omaze.
their
McLaren.
McLaren, and now they're giving away a Aston.
So when they gave away that car, was it a raffle,
I have no idea.
a waffle?
I don't like Donut because
Yes.
the guy annoys me.
Also, I'm fairly certain raffles aren't like legal. Like
Clearly
you
they
shouldn't
are.
you shouldn't partake it on yourself to raffle off your car. Is my point.
People do it though.
A lot of people do it.
I see it all the time.
A lot of people do a lot of shit they're not supposed to.
No, that's fair.
I don't
It's sketchy.
consult with somebody, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do raffles.
Isn't that kind of like gambling at home?
Yeah, and actually I think if you do it through PayPal, like if you put in a descriptor raffle, it'll shut it down. It'll like shut down your PayPal account.
We should try it.
No.
No, I
use my PayPal account all the time. So just a word to the wise. I don't think anybody that we know would do it, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed
Yeah,
to.
so-
And then there was like,
It's always sketchy because like you'll see him at like swap meets and stuff, and you're like, I'm not.
and then
giving
Matt
you
Farah said he
$10.
wasn't going to do that one raffle because he couldn't figure out if it was legal or not.
For his GTR?
Yeah. No, for the Mustang.
Oh, for the Mustang? I didn't know that's what he was going to do.
Yeah, I think he was going to try to raffle it at first, and then he kind of went, I don't know if this is legal.
He, of all the, all the things that I dislike about him. He is very, 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 very careful about making sure that he follows everything to the letter of the law when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, some of his one takes,
Speeding exploits and
maybe
some other
not
things.
so much,
You
but
can't
like
prove it.
he's very careful about making sure that he's not going to get in trouble for stuff. I think
Well, and
he's
he
gotten in trouble in the past, and he
Probably. And he probably doesn't want, like, someone to win something and then, like, you know, it has to be repossessed or
yeah, that'd
something
be-
like that.
yeah.
Like, that would be super shitty. And then he would feel bad, obviously, because that's his fan and he was trying to do a good thing.
Bad
And
publicity.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's that. It's just, like, he kind of fucked somebody over.
Well, yeah.
Didn't mean to.
But then you're the guy that fucked somebody over, and people remember that.
True. That's fair.
Build bridges and build bridges, Robbie.
I know.
What's the rest of it?
I've changed it.
I'm not saying it. That's where I draw the line.
Fair enough.
See, I always say it as you build bridges your whole life, drop one baby.
Drop one baby, that's-
baby dropper.
Baby dropper for
Baby
life.
dropper
I
for
like
life.
it.
That's a legit.
Because
one.
that's
good.
what I say anytime they ask me if they want me to hold their baby. I'm like, no, I don't.
You want to hold my baby?
Not even a little
He's
bit.
not a baby anymore.
I still
He's
wanna-
3.
I don't, that's even weirder if I
Basically.
hold him. I don't want to hold him.
He likes being held.
If you come to my house,
Give me big
I'll hold him.
smooches.
Yeah, you can come to my house. I'll hold
Just
him.
play with race cars with him. You'll
Yeah.
be fine.
He loves race cars.
Come to my house. Put him in the simulator.
I have not set up my simulator
Oh, perfect. Come to my house.
on purpose.
Oh, didn't you get a nice Christmas gift, Adam?
Yeah, I got a couple different things.
One in particular?
My Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Katie got it for me. She apparently, while we sit here and bullshit with each other, she's been driving her friend's Lyft, which I don't know that that's legal either, but it's fine.
Details.
Allegedly. There, I fixed it.
Mitsubishi
own Lyft.
Mirage.
Yeah.
No, my point was, didn't you get Forza with that?
I did get Forza.
Right.
It's a Horizon though,
Can you not do multiplayer on that?
probably.
Through the interwebs?
But see, so here's the thing: in order to play online with the Xbox, I'm pretty certain you have to have an Xbox Live account, which you have to pay for, and I have zero.
How much
intention
is
to.
it?
It's not terrible. It's like $7 a month. Is it more than that? Or no?
Well, so when I had it on my 360, it was $50 a year,
Yeah.
which I'm not spending.
I 120% understand that. I am sick of everybody trying to charge me monthly for things. So I get that.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Xbox
Because
Live
you
Gold.
forget.
Yeah,
And then you get $100 just taken out.
yeah. So I'm done with that. I don't
it's-
like playing
That is
online.
that is
anyway.
what I liked about the PlayStation. Was like,
It is $60 a year, basically.
it's not
what it
terrible,
is.
but yeah. I mean, it sucks you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's stupid. I'm
So while we're speaking of playing online and stuff,
yeah.
it's been brought up on the group. I'm going to say it on the show. People seem to want to do some sort of online racing.
Community thing.
Yes, with the 10/10ths group, the fan club, all of you peoples. I think I can speak for all three of us when I say that I think that would be super cool, and we would like to try and figure out a way to do some level of silly announcing.
I'm down.
But I don't. Number one, I don't have any of that stuff, and number two, I don't know how any of it works. So if there's anybody out there who knows how to do that stuff, the other thing that I would be interested in doing, the guys over at Radial Podcast had talked about this a while ago, and we didn't really do anything with it, but we had talked about doing a 24-hour simulator race for charity.
Yep.
And what I would really like to figure out is if we can do, if there's any game out there that's PC based, preferably, that you can do driver changes remotely so that people who are on the same team don't have to be in the same room.
Ooh.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, I don't know if I've never heard of that.
That's what I want.
That'd be nice.
That's what I want, because I think it would be really cool to have 6 or 8 or 10 or 12 or however many teams we could get that did a 24-hour race together. I think it'd be super rad.
That would be fun.
And it would make it a lot easier to team up if you didn't have to all be together.
Yes, it would. Let's figure that out. Let's figure
So
out
if
the
there's-
digital stuff.
So at me, bro, for that stuff, because I don't know anything about it.
Me neither.
So shoot me a DM if you want to keep it on the down low, or post it in the group, or whatever you want to do.
Shoot me
but
a
I would
DM if you want to keep it on the down low. Who the fuck are you?
I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know. It's new me, Michael. Remember?
He's
living his best life.
He's been doing weird
I
stuff.
didn't
on
take
the internet.
Beastie Boys
ADM.
bait. I
If you
didn't take
wanna
Beastie
keep it
Boys bait today on
on
the
the down
on the
low.
group. I was just gonna let it slide.
Slide into
He
the,
talked about Porsche chassis.
no, slide,
Porsche
slide
things?
into the DMs.
Oof.
New me, new year, new me.
New year, new me. Living your best life.
I didn't get a gym membership, so
I still got one.
Allegedly.
New year, same me.
Couple other just administrative things. Clothes, anything else stupid that you want Adam to wear, please shoot me a DM to keep it on the down low, I guess. If that's what you're into, man or bro or
Jesus Christ.
hashtag or whatever.
At Michael.
At me. No, don't at me, but DM me because we want to keep this shit like, you know what I'm saying?
quiet.
Keep it tight.
Keep it on the hush-hush.
Keep it on the hush-hush.
The DL.
Gotten some messages this week.
DM on the
I'd like to
DL.
see some more messages, if you know what I mean.
I would like to not.
If you are a
man of culture
man of culture,
and style.
And
Are
style.
these really culture and style?
Yes.
These
when we put them together as
these
an outfit,
RSR heeled.
I'm going to tell you right now that India is probably going to kill you with the socks and the tie. But
I'm good with that.
Yeah, but
That's
you're,
worth
you're,
it.
you're at the SCCA car events. I mean, it's
passable.
yeah, it's
It's
not.
not. It's if you were to read through the Emily Post etiquette book, it is in poor taste.
If you're telling me that she's gonna be mad about it, it actually kind of makes me
Okay, well there we go. So he's going to wear those.
If that's what I have
Oh
to
my
do,
god, I lost my Porsche.
that's what I have to do.
My Porsche ornament
I'm
fell
still
off.
really disappointed in your lack of Porsche knowledge.
I only know about 911s. What do you want from me?
You were kind
What
of
else? Oh.
interested in buying a Cayman at one point.
It's because I was trying to decide if I want to spend all the money on the Porsche. I think you just got the real Porsche. And then also, if you have any suggestions on hair products for that, if you can see it on the camera,
Here, lean in.
No,
get a little closer. Send
that
those in
is
as well.
literally where I draw the line.
We have about 2 weeks left to fix him, like as a person, and so if you, so if you have any
I feel
suggestions,
personally attacked.
I'd admit that was a little aggressive, my wording, but my point is, we're trying to put on an air of success
Yeah.
and be
Class it up a
respectful.
little bit.
Be
I
respectful.
I thought that we were the everyday, like every man's
That's
show.
not when you go to a black tie event. Every man has to conform to the black tie.
So I don't think it's black tie. I looked at the thing again.
Damn it.
I don't think it's black tie.
Well, I could wear
Pretty sure it's business cash.
It said business casual.
Boom!
No, we're suiting and booting.
I'm suiting and booting, but I'm going casual suit.
All right, I'm going to.
I'm
I'll wear
not
my,
suiting
I'll wear my,
or booting.
I'll wear my gray suit, my party suit,
Yes, wear that. That would make me feel better.
with my blue tie.
Because I like my tan suit,
Yeah.
and I don't get to wear it very often.
Yeah.
And it says business casual, so I feel like that's a little bit of an in between.
Mine's
Again, I'm sure that India's going to be pissed, but like you got to back it. I think you got to
mine,
back
mine
it
has
down
a
just
vest.
hair.
Do I bring the vest?
You can bring the vest. We can discuss it when we get there.
I can always not bring it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I got a
we'll
gray
work on it.
suit. I got a
We
black
do-
suit. I got a blue suit.
We do need to plan a Kohl's trip because apparently this has to happen. So
Nah, I think I got that.
Also, like Nordstrom Rack has sales on suits. For
I
him.
don't
I'm
think
not
he's-
wearing a suit.
I don't think he needs to buy a suit.
We got suits.
I think that somebody's just.
That would be amazing. If someone sends him a baby blue suit.
Actually, that would make it worth it to an extent that
Yeah, like
I don't know.
Well, then the
Might
tie
make-
would fit it.
Might,
Yeah, like
might
the-
make
like
my
the-
year.
the Dumb and Dumber.
Ties in with the socks.
Yeah.
And the tie.
Oh yeah. So anyway, if you get some of that stuff, let me know. But I think that's it.
Yeah. No
Catch
more.
you guys next week.